Good evening, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Give me 1 second. Welcome. Welcome to day 2 of the boot camp. Let's just get this started. Okay, welcome to day 2 of the boot camp on how to get US support in operations jobs and clients remotely from India. Welcome. How are you doing? Keep letting me know in chat. We had a rocking session yesterday, and thank you for all the lovely feedback that you dropped for us on our Twitter and LinkedIn post links. I was going through them. It was just overwhelming to receive so many of you write such positive comments on Twitter and LinkedIn. And just in case you missed these, I'm going to be sharing these again in chat. So, okay, Muskan shared them in chat. Just in case you missed dropping the feedback for yesterday, make sure that you drop it today. Okay. Okay, great. I know we have a lot of new people. I know so many of you are saying that you weren't there yesterday. That's fine. I just want to first get you set up on how to send messages to everyone. Now, I know that for many of us, Zoom is something that we use every day, but for some of us, it just may be new. So I'm going to take a minute to get everyone set up. uh, I just want you for a second to open your chat window. When you open your chat window and type a message, right above two, right there it says two, and by default it says host and panelist. Can you just see that? Yes, Muskan, I will. Can you just see that? Yeah. Now, when you type two, and if you go to the drop down, you'll be able to toggle between host and panelist and everyone. When I say send a message to everyone, I need you to toggle and send a message to all of us, which is to everyone. Okay. So just if you got my instructions, would you just say hi to everyone? And meanwhile, yes. Okay, great. Perfect. A lot of you are still writing to hosts and panelists. Sarthak, you're still writing to hosts and panelists. Um, let's see. Durga Prasad, you're still writing to hosts and panelists. Would you please send a message to everyone? Okay, perfect. Perfect. Now, this is a Zoom feature, everyone. Not something that, we can do something about, but yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna also show you like a short video. Um, yeah, just a second. There you go.
Like this, we need to interact with everyone. Now, how do you switch your chat option to everyone? Let's see it. In the chat window, you would see the two written here. You can select who do you want to message, host and panelist, or everyone. When you want to interact with everyone, when the host tells you that you interact with everyone, select the everyone option. It will go to everyone. When you just want to send the message to host and panelist, just select host and panelist and send that out. Very simple.
Okay, perfect. I hope all of you got it. Yes, now from time to time we turn off chat with everyone feature because we've been told it's very, very distracting. And sometimes when we're creating something, that we want your full attention on, we purposely close the chat with everyone option. So you will need to toggle back and be a little mindful when you're sending a message to all of us, okay? Now, how many of you attended the bootcamp yesterday? If you attended the bootcamp yesterday, would you type yes in chat? And if you're here for the first time, just type first in chat. Okay. Wow. All of you, could you send a message to everyone, please? Yeah. Okay, great. Perfect. Now, I know that those of you who are here for the first time, you may be wondering, how can I may have missed too much. How can I get what happened yesterday in the session? Now, I just want you to know we've designed this session in a way that even if you missed the session yesterday, you will get immense value. Okay. And I need you to be here, parking your concern away of, hey, I missed yesterday, right? So don't worry about what you missed. Our team will keep sharing resources from time to time. But when you get these resources, don't start looking over them, right now, because then you'll also miss what I'm about to share with you today, right? And we have a bunch of community channels that we would like you to join where all these resources will get shared. When that happens, you can take a look at them at your own time. But I want you here with all your focus today, right? Now, we don't share, to answer your specific question, we don't share recordings, right? So there's no recording coming your way. You are free to take screenshots if you want, right? So if you want to capture something, take screenshots. I encourage that you do that. But that's about it. Okay. Okay, great. Perfect. We're ready for an epic day two. And like I said, even if you're attending today for the first time, it's okay. We'll ensure you get lots of value because we can't cover everything that's happened. It's a live only event. And there are a lot of new skills that we're yet to teach you today. See, we've been studying this industry as it is evolving. We ourselves are in the edtech space, right? Which is a delivery and operations intensive sector. And we as a company went 70% remote in 2016 so that we could survive in a bootstrap manner, against the much larger competitors who had crores of venture funding available to them. And then, thanks to COVID, we went fully remote in 2020. Today, most operations professionals think that, you know, AI has come in, so you can just plug in a software or a tool and it's done. It does not work like that. There is much more even after deploying AI. And those of you who were here yesterday, you will know what I'm talking about because, whether it was about setting up a chatbot or a voice agent, a human being is required to create the whole system. A human being is required to train it, to test it, to run the system, to roll it out, then to keep monitoring outcomes, to keep upgrading it, to keep improving it, right? And keep adding information about products and services. Now, we identified some of the most important challenges that you can solve for businesses around support and operations. And by the way, this opportunity is equally available in advanced economies such as the UK, Singapore, UAE, Canada, European countries, Australia, and it's not just limited to the US. You will hear, us saying a lot about talking about the US because we see that the US has the most concentration of potential employers, but that's about it, right? These opportunities are equally available elsewhere as well. Now, we showed you how to configure a chatbot for a client. You remember Amreen did that with you yesterday? Yes. And she also showed you how to configure a voice agent. Remember? Yes. And during, when we wanted to show you outreach, we showed you how you can go to a website called Product Hunt and look at new products that are getting rolled out and who you can pitch these services to. Remember, everybody, did any one of you actually go and try? I want to know. Did you go and try? And how did it go? So, all those of you saying yes, I really appreciate the effort that you took. I need you to tell me more. So, don't just say yes. Tell me which part did you try? Did you try the chatbot? Or did you try voice agent or did you try reaching out? Oh, lovely. Amazing. Ashish and oh, lovely. Wow, so great. Oh, someone tried NewGen as well, TrueGen as well, and so many of you went and tried chatbot and N8 lovely. Amazing. Okay. Did any one of you actually also try reaching out to businesses? Yeah? Okay, great. So today we'll show you how to reach out to businesses and we'll also show you some specific case studies designed to inspire you and show you how you can do it as well. Okay? Are you ready for today? If you're ready, would you give me an R in chat? Okay, we have, let's see, how many people do we have? Give me a second, everyone. We have some 550 people here. I need at least 500 hours to know if you're ready. Okay, great. Perfect. Then I want you to put on your thinking cap. Get a pen and paper if you like. And some of the things you can just take a screenshot of, okay? This is what we're going to cover today. So, like we promised you, today we'll share with you a 6-month plan. See, we showed you a bunch of things yesterday, right? Today we're going to show you a plan that our learners follow to build and grow their career in support and operations. And you can do it as well if you know what the plan is. Next, we will teach you how to perform customer sentiment analysis and deploy predictive analytics. Use it for upselling, cross-selling, for preventing refunds, and increasing, customer retention. Okay. No, Prashant, this is not just for people in the tech background. In fact, if you are from a non-tech background, you will absolutely, appreciate it because a bunch of things that we taught yesterday seemed very technical, but they're not, right? Even if you are not from a tech background, you can deploy voice agents and build chatbots and automations. So, not for someone who is in the tech. Now, of course, if you are from a tech background, that helps, right? But that's that. Okay, great. Now we will also show you how to audit any Instagram or social media brand from a support and operations point of view, clearly to identify why their business or process is not working and craft automated outreach messages so that you can pitch your services in bulk within minutes instead of spending hours doing it manually, right? And if you were to go through this, go through this journey, we will perform an into the future exercise where we will have you imagine what your life will look like if you build a career in, support and operations professional who works remotely with international and domestic employers. They say, na, whatever you can imagine, you can do. And imagination is the first step of achievement, right? So we'll do that work. We will also talk to you about what are the roadblocks that people face when they try and pursue a paying career in support and operations, and what happens when they try and go to international remote jobs, so that you don't have to face the same challenges. Also, for those of you who want further assistance, we will show you how you can do that, and I will make a scholarship offer that ensures that our training is very affordable for anybody who's seriously interested. Okay. And we'll also show you how to audit customer support responses, create a support and operations knowledge base so that you can deploy your self-service help desk and start, implementing ticket deflection. Our goal today is very simple. Okay. We want you to be left with a sense of, I can do it, and you have a clear pathway to act. Because with clarity of purpose and sure-footed actions come amazing results. Tell me something. How many of you feel stuck because of a lack of clear directions? You work really hard, but you wish that someone gave you like a, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kind of a plan. And if that happened, life would be very simple. Yes? Do you feel stuck without those? Yes? And if someone just told you like a step by step of what to do, you'd have an amazing career. If you're someone like that, I want you to know today is your lucky day because we're about to give you a clear roadmap that you can follow. Does that sound exciting? Yes? Okay. Now, one important announcement before we move forward, okay? We shared a preference list with you towards the end of the session yesterday to see how many of you are actually interested, in receiving professional help from us to learn automation so that you can land jobs and opportunities that pay up to 1 to 2 lakhs a month. How many of you filled up the preference list? If you filled up the preference list, would you type list in chat and mark everyone? Okay. Could you please mark everyone? A lot of you are marking hosts and panelists. I want to see how many people were there yesterday and you're here, again today. Okay, great. Perfect. Now, Are you guys actually interested in joining this program? Because then we have a little problem. We were in fact shocked because around 262 people showed interest in filling up the preference list, and we cannot take so many people. After seeing the level of interest, I specifically requested our finance and delivery team to, allow for more scholarships such that more people are not disappointed. But after much discussion, they've agreed to only give us 46 scholarships. Okay. Now these will be on a first come, first serve basis. And around 8:30 p.m. is when I will make a scholarship offer. And for those of you who really want it, can immediately book your seat then and there if you like, right? Now, when I explain it, please be ready to take action. I can just say that when we announce it, the slots go away very fast given the demand. So be ready. Okay. When we open the scholarship, sometimes there is a Hunger Game situation. And people who tend to take action fast get the scholarship because it's on a first come, first serve basis. And once seats are gone, they're gone. We can't help it, right? And the rest of you will have to wait for future batches, which we'll launch next year sometime. And or sign up, on the courses on the normal prices that are listed on the website. I just want to also share with you some screenshots from yesterday's session. We received hundreds of messages, but because of limited time, we can show you only 4, 5 of them, right? Like some of you really appreciated the quality of demonstrations that we did, right? Whether it was a chatbot or voice agents that were done. Now, these messages genuinely make us happy because we're teaching AI automation and remote work, and the response clearly showed us that people loved the skills. They loved the idea of using AI and automation in their careers, and you could see value in it, right? Like so many of you wrote to us. This is what you wrote. Okay, now let's proceed. Yesterday after the session, we received a lot of messages, and a particular piece that is confusing kept appearing. Okay, people from marketing backgrounds asked if this was relevant to them. People from sales asked if this, they could transition to support and operations. A lot of people from HR, questioned whether this applied to them. Now, even those people who are already from support and operations were confused about what they should do next. Yes. Now, let me clear this confusion for once and for all. Let me explain what modern operations looks like. So, in any company with more than 20 people, there is a pattern. Okay. For every 10 people generating revenue, there is one person ensuring that those 10 focus only on revenue generation. And that one person handles everything else. And that person is an operations person. For example, the sales team sells, right? But the sales operations ensures that they are not wasting time on administrative work. Now, if the sales team is any smaller than 10 people, a sales operation is generally not required. Nobody will hire a sales operations person. But if it's a team over 10 people, a sales team over 10 people, then a sales operations person will be required. Does this make sense? Do you understand? Yes, no, maybe. What I'm trying to tell you is that operations skills are relevant across functions, irrespective of whether you're in sales or in marketing or HR, or customer support. Yes. Now, the marketing team creates campaigns, and marketing operations team ensures that leads flow smoothly to sales. The product team builds features. Product operations then ensure that customers actually use those features. Now, similarly, customer success team retains clients. In customer operations, people ensure that queries get resolved instantly. Now, here is a detailed PDF that we've shared about how AI-powered automation and support skills transform every career. So, irrespective of what function you're from, showing how people from any background, can benefit from automation-driven skills. How many of you are not from support and operations from a function perspective? You belong from sales, marketing, or any other function? Yes. Okay, would you also say which function you're from? That'll help me understand. Okay, some of you said you're from sales, accounts. Product, very good. Supply chain, okay, got it. HR, risk management, okay, wonderful. Okay, great. Now, if you're, I want you to, go through this document when and if you have the time. So, how can marketing professionals, sales professionals, HR professionals, IT and tech professionals, healthcare professionals, how can you use automation to your advantage? Is what's there in this document, okay? And I want you to read it when you have the time. It doesn't matter if you're a fresher or if you took a career break or if you're from another industry. Everyone needs to learn automation. No matter what industry you're in, what function you're in, you can't avoid operations, which means that you have to automate it and massively benefit from it, right? Now, these skills include chatbot configuration, which handles 80% of customer queries without human intervention. A voice, how many of you remember the voice agent setup that we did yesterday? Yes? Do you remember the voice agent setup? Now, earlier, to be able to be available to handle queries, I would need to deploy, human beings, someone on the job to make sure that queries are answered 24/7. I don't need to do that anymore. I can just deploy a voice agent, right? Without hiring night shift staff or even day shift staff. Similarly, sentiment analysis that we're about to show you today identifies angry customers before they write negative reviews. Workflow automation saves 20 hours of manual work every week. Some of you, I know when we're talking about voice agents or chatbot, you're saying, can you please repeat it? We can't. It's not something that I can just repeat like that. It's a skill that takes some demonstration. It takes about 20 minutes at the minimum to demonstrate. We have things listed out for today. So we teach them, but I will not be able to cover and repeat everything that we did yesterday. Okay. Uh, Review management systems generate hundreds of positive reviews monthly. I'm sharing with you a list of 50 skills right here, and we will talk about them in the 6-month plan. Okay. Now, you don't have to learn all of these immediately. You should focus on learning 20 in the next 6 months. And yesterday we taught you three of the most powerful automation skills. Okay. Today we plan to teach you three, four more automation skills. And that will help you move faster in your career. Okay, cool. From time to time, I take a minute to go through your chat and see if there's something that, we need to address. Yes, unfortunately, a lot of these things are still to be automated. AI in terms of its offerings is still evolving, and businesses today need support even in AI implementation. Yes, so while I would like to believe that everything is automated, no, a lot of it is getting automated in the last 2 years. A lot has. Like today, all first responders would mostly be bots. That has gotten automated, but then someone would still need to monitor it, improve it, make it really really sharp. Yeah. Okay, cool. Now before we get into the 6-month plan, there's something very important that you need to understand, which is that skills alone does not get you a job or a global opportunity. So many of you are very very skilled, right? But you need clarity on the 6-month roadmap that helps you land a role or a project, with the US or in other global flights. Because this covers not just skills, but also track record and outreach that you need to build, right? Now, whether you want to work with clients in the US or you want to work with Indian employers or domestic clients is your choice. But you need to understand the foundation. What do you do after learning the skill? How to keep learning skills while doing outreach on this side, right? How to build a strong track record at the same time. All of these things move in together. Unfortunately, as Indians, we have a mentality that just because I have a skill, someone should come and give me a great job. Because we've grown up in that era where we used to write exams to get jobs, right? Like if you score a particular rank, then you can get a job. Today, that does not apply because despite degrees, there could be someone, who's probably not even a graduate, but understands automation, right? Someone like that who can solve a real business problem, bring in more revenue, save costs, even if that person does not have, an MBA, it can take away someone's job, right? So degrees do not immune you to not advancing yourself. Yes. Now, what do you need to do after learning the skill? You need to build track record and do outreach. We'll talk about that. Inside this 6-month plan, we'll talk about what kind of employers and clients should you target. Why are humans still absolutely essential in running support and operations and automation? And automation does not replace people. It makes skilled people more powerful. Many of you might think, might be beginners, right? And in automation, and you may still have a very valid question. How many of you saw this and you said, this is great, I need to learn this, but I don't know how to start? You may have a question. Can I start using, this in my existing job? Can I take up small challenges at work and use automation to grow in my current role? You may have those questions. How do you start? The answer is yes. And we'll show you how to do that exactly. We'll discuss on how to apply these skills in your current job, how to slowly introduce automation in your day-to-day work, and how to build a real track record while you're still employed, right? And we'll also ask and talk about the right support and operations opportunities. What do they look like? What actually becomes a superpower for your employer or your client? Why some roles grow faster than the others, right? Finally, we'll help you understand which employers and clients should you really approach, which ones should you avoid, and so that your efforts are focused and your growth is, much faster. Clear, we'll move into skill learning. So let's discuss about, a step-by-step 6-month plan to become an automation professional suitable for people even who are from a non-support and operations background, right? Srinivas, I need you to focus.
Recording in
Our team does share
progress.
resources from time to time based on what you would have missed. But you can take screenshots and make sure that you're here, and our team will share, a bunch of stuff that will kind of tell you what we did yesterday. Now, about the 6-month plan, this is the plan that we give our learners. And you can do it also if you know what the plan is. So if you're going to join the program, you better know what you're signing up for, right? And if you're not joining us, you can still take the plan and execute it. Okay. Now, one thing to remember is it's urgent to act now for operations and support professionals, right? TCS already laid off 12,000 of their people, and it was not a random event, right? This was the beginning of a much larger transformation that's already underway. How many of you, we all read about such news that comes out, so and so company fired so and so people thanks to AI, right? And I don't know about you, but I really think sometimes that the future of how we run businesses is so unpredictable right now. Yes. Now, TCS CEO, by the way, publicly stated last year that call centers will become obsolete within a year. And industry reports have also clearly said that a large percentage of traditional customer support roles will be impacted in 2025, and that's happened. And many people did not take that seriously. Yeah. The traditional roles where your work is limited to just answering tickets or escalating issues are dying. But new roles are being born. And we spoke about these new roles in a lot of detail yesterday, right? The AI powered operations specialist, this became, this is someone who uses automation and AI to prevent tickets from getting created in the first place. Now, what is interesting is the same companies that are reducing traditional support roles are also hiring AI operations specialists, right? Within the same department. The difference is in skills. And because of that, these roles come with a higher value and higher salaries. Yesterday I was just, I don't know how many of you remember it. I was sharing with you how I wanted some support from, regarding my Airtel DTH, right? And I would have earlier called up their call center and spoken to an agent and or a customer support executive, and they would have raised a request, and then someone would have come and handled that request, right? This would have taken about 24-48 hours. 2 days back, I was able to raise a request, with their chatbot, and I had to do no human interaction at all. And someone came the next day and just handed over a new remote that was required. It was phenomenal. Now I was thinking about it. Airtel would have, this is exactly what I'm talking about. They've reduced their traditional support role. So they're not probably hiring as many people in call centers, but hiring more people with AI ops experience. Yes. Now, if Airtel is doing that, there are so many other companies who are doing that. There's so many of your employers who are doing that. So AI is to create more jobs than it eliminates by 2027. AI is not taking away jobs, but if you don't upskill yourself and if you don't build the right track record, then it is a problem. And this is where the 6 month plan begins. This is your chance. We showed you yesterday how well known Indian brands, with celebrity endorsements, do not have a basic chatbot strategy. We showed you Chumbak yesterday, right? There's another brand called Pilgrim. How Chumbak cannot answer simple Instagram questions. How Pilgrim leaves paying customers waiting for days. We showed you how foreign companies face the same problem. They are bleeding money through gaps that they cannot see. But you can solve it, with automated responses. Yeah. Now, fortunately, you can use this for your advantage if you learn how to use AI in solving other, order operations, support and delivery related problems for businesses. I want you to know that AI plus human is greater than AI alone or human alone, right? And AI does things middle to middle, right? You need to still, as a human being, be able to create systems using AI. And it's not difficult to learn all these things. If you put in 2 hours a day, you can get a job or a project worth a lakh of rupees per month. And those people who learn how to use AI to solve, bigger operations and support problems, they will grow and become leaders and get double, triple the salary. Now, you have two choices here, okay? Which is you prepare ahead, ride the wave because you're prepared and make disproportionate gains. But we expect very few people to do that. Most people try to wait and then follow the herd. People who will not prepare may be at the risk of losing their jobs. And many of them will not accept it, but when they lose their job, they will stay unemployed for months and complain that they're not getting any opportunities and that probably the government is not supporting them. It's like expert horse riders refused to learn how to drive when the invention of the motor car happened. And many of them became relics of the past. The same thing, happened to those when people who were using typewriters refused to utilize the computer. History is littered with memories of such people. Fortunately, we can tell you how you can survive this challenge and thrive. It takes 2 hours a day for 6 months. And by the way, we're the only ones teaching these things. You will not find these things anywhere. I know some, a lot of you, when we started this, so many of you said, this is very unbelievable. Yeah, because a lot of people will not teach you this. I don't know how many webinars that you've gone to where someone's taught you how to create a voice agent, where someone's taught you how to create a chatbot, where someone's shown you how to do outreach. How can you get clients? Therefore, unlike other programs, that you may pursue elsewhere, they will only give you some theoretical knowledge. We teach you practical skills, and we also immediately want you to reach out to potential recruiters or clients for doing the work so that you can build your track record and profile side by side. And this is a part of the course curriculum itself. Learning is not enough. You must be able to do these things also. Watching me and Amreen and all of our team doing these things is great. But does that give you better jobs? So we want you to do these things while you're in the program and not after the course is over, but from the first week itself. And this is exactly what separates skill arbitrage students and everyone else. You can learn from these tactics and apply these strategies in your life as well. Now, some of you are already experienced and you're already earning very, very well. Say, 1 to 2 lakh rupees a month or more. You can use this plan to work on the side and earn an additional income and later move to full-time remote jobs. As you see, US jobs, pay 3 to 5 times more at the very least. And we'll also share some notes on pricing strategies so that you can move beyond $10 to $20 per hour as you solve important business problems through your operations and support expertise, right? Now, this is what we cover in the first 6 months. So the first 6 months are focused on learning the easiest skills. Okay. Now, these are skills that are needed by the maximum number of potential clients, right? What are these skills? I will just walk you through them. But once you learn this, you can actually get started with performing some initial work for clients to build track record, right? Now, you will progressively learn more advanced skills so that you can perform more complex assignments, charge more, and benefit from skill stacking over the next 4 months. Now, what are the 20 most important skill sets? These are divided into some key buckets. Okay. Uh, Number one is automated client onboarding. See, onboarding is very crucial for the SaaS industry, which is software as a service industry, right? Or edtech companies, or any tech services, or edtech businesses. In fact, a lot of AI companies now sell subscriptions, right? Even professional service firms selling retainers, subscriptions, annual plans, or D2C businesses. A failed onboarding leads to non renewals, right? No upselling, or even negative reviews, which could hurt future sales. The problem is that a good salesperson or a professional has sold these services. But after the sale, the customer is disillusioned. This is what that graph looks like. Yes. Now, this is not a marketing or a sales problem. It's an operations problem. Okay, let me give you a very practical example. How many of you have a subscription for an AI tool today? Tell me quickly. Yes, no, maybe. How many of you have a subscription for an AI tool? Okay. Okay, those of you who have, suppose you were to buy an AI subscription, right? And you paid, like I have an AI subscription for subscriptions for multiple AI tools. Okay, one tool I pay some $20 for. Okay, and it renews every month. Now, if I don't um, experience that the tool is really helping me, or if I don't experience the capability of the tool, will I renew the next time? No, right? No, I will not renew the next time. Yes or no? Now, an onboarding is simply this, that when I buy a tool for the first time, when I sign up for the first time, I should be able to experience the features, quick wins in the first month so that I renew every single time. Does that make sense? Hello? Now, $20 is a very small ticket size, right? When the ticket size is much larger, then a salesperson sells a plan, right? But if there is no proper onboarding plan, then the client may not renew. And what we're saying here is that's not a marketing and a sales problem, it's an operations problem that must be fixed. Okay. Now, here are the top things that you can do to solve onboarding. Number one is you design an AI guided customer journey to identify key what should the customer experience in the first, say 2 weeks, right? What are the personalized wins based on psychological profiling of customers to increase renewals? Okay, one second. Finding clients for work. Will your organize? Sanjay, I need you to stay focused. I will answer this question. By the way, we will show you how to find clients as a part of the demonstration. Also, we will show you how our placement team helps to do this, right? So hang in. I will cover this. Okay. Now, you build personalized AI-driven onboarding through predictive customer profiles, and you deploy chatbots and voice agents to automate routine onboarding steps and set a positive first impression. Okay. Then you automate AI-driven onboarding audits to monitor effectiveness and identify red flags. The second thing that is something to learn as a skill is learning automated review management. Okay. Which is creating AI agents for sentiment analysis of existing reviews. So, if you know how are your customers, what are the emotions that they are responding from, and you have a lot of such data, then you can create and identify trends and take preemptive actions such that you don't have bad reviews, and also create automations to create good reviews. Then you create an AI first review management strategy to get hundreds of additional reviews with a human in the loop, right? And you use integrated AI review platforms to collect steady, high quality feedback across platforms, right? Um, when you order off Zomato, yes, after your order is delivered, there is a particular, rating question that comes in. Yes, yes or no? What is that? That's an automation someone has created, no? So that you drop in a review. Yes or no? Is that possible for you to do for everyone else? A lot of businesses don't have that. Yes or no? Yes. Can you create systems to collect reviews? This is, by the way, one very tiny, miny, small, uh, you know, skill to learn, but it helps businesses to create, to create positive reviews. It ultimately impacts their revenue. Okay. Uh, Ashutosh, I don't know false positive reviews, but definitely, what if AI could help you in, answering all negative reviews? That's something that you could build an automation around, where all reviews are answered, not so much false positive reviews. Okay, now sure, can you build something? Of course you can, but I don't know how sustainable is that. Now, then you create automations to use predictive analytics to minimize negative reviews that you can predict before a negative review can even come, right? Create automated bots to respond to negative comments and reviews, and implementing automations to relay feedback to product ops and other teams based on existing reviews that you're getting. And you create automated bots to respond to negative comments and reviews. You implement automations, like I said, that you're giving real time feedback to product and operations. The third very important skill bucket to learn is AI driven customer support and ticket deflection, audits and training. Convert legacy customer support desks into automated AI first service centers. Build conversational designs and flows to do and to do psychological profiling of customers and resolve common queries without an agent's help. Build AI agents and automations to analyze sentiment data to spot churn risks, minimize refunds, and increase retention and upsell opportunities uh, before they even happen. Run omni-channel support with seamless AI to human handoff. So you're doing this on voice, you're doing this on email, you're doing this across platforms, on SMS and on WhatsApp, right? Umesh, what's your question that we have missed? Then you deploy round-the-clock chatbots for instant issue resolution with human handoff at appropriate points, right? You maintain live dashboards that highlight customer health and team performance. Apply structured empathy to turn complaints into loyalty moments. Okay, I just want to do a rain check over here. Does this make sense? Are you following? Yes, no? Umesh, what is the question? Shoot. See, I just want to take a moment and talk to you before I move forward. I know right now, all of this for some of you could be seeming too much. Okay. Uh, this is not the traditional work that has been happening in customer support and operations. Okay. This is different from answering tickets within a certain TAT, responding to escalations. This is not what we are traditionally traditional support and operations looks like, right? What we're sharing with you is how you can use AI in various, at various points of the delivery engine of a business and of the revenue generation engine, right? This allows you to directly impact revenue of your employer, of the business that you're working for, or of the client that you have, right? Um, Now, which is why for some of you it can look like, oh, this is too much, but it's all learnable and doable. Okay. Okay, one second. Umesh, I didn't get your question. Could you just please say again? You said number of questions I asked. I've been asking for some time. What are the questions that you have? Just write them down, no? Just tell us. Chat keeps flying away really fast. If there's something we missed, I'm happy to answer anything and everything that you may have. Ashish, what document? Okay, great. Uh, if you have experience in support with AI implementation and want opportunities, I need assistance. Yes. Okay, someone's asked a question, but your name is iPhone. I don't know what to address. So we help with for you to spot opportunities as well. I'm about to show you how we help. Okay, we'll talk to you about that. Then another thing that for you to learn is using customer support for product improvement and revenue generation is you create automated playbooks for support and operations professionals to contribute to upselling and cross-selling. So tell me something, in those of you who currently work in operations and support, right now, with everything that you're doing, you are not able to directly contribute to sales. Yes, a lot of times you even say this is not my job, right? Your job is to ensure that paying customers get what they paid for. That's your job, right? But what if with the support and operations experience that you have and the data that you have, you could contribute to upselling and cross selling. You could give a clear list of um, clients to your sales team and say, hey, you know what, upsell for these people, cross sell for these people. Those will be real contributions that you'll be able to make, right? Okay. Automating feeding of actionable customer insights directly into product marketing and sales, and setting up transparent, fair incentive schemes that reward genuine customer success. You know when to pass a lead to sales and when to close it yourself, right? Another bucket for you to learn is automated data analysis and red flag identification, which is you build clear automated executive dashboards and visualizations with no code tools that automatically update and highlight new data points and red flags. You automate repetitive tasks using zaps, webhooks, or lightweight scripts without knowing how to code. And you predict resource needs and workflow bottlenecks by applying AI analytics. You learn how to train, test, roll out, upgrade, and audit and run a system and resolve bugs. Now, if you think that you're already doing these things manually and therefore you should be able to get jobs, that's not the case. Eventually, you should learn 50 skills. And I am sharing the list of 50 skills that we would work with you on, that we will teach you to do. This is what you would learn, okay, over time. Now, what we're showing you in the plan is a concept of skill stacking. If you have just one skill, you could learn something for sure, right? And you could earn something for sure. But you can start with that. But when you stack one, two, or three more amazing skills on top of that, your value to a modern, fast growing business can increase to a lot more. Basically, in skill stacking, 1 plus 1 is not equal to 2. It could equal to 3 or 5 or 11 if you stack up more skills. Our learners learn each skill by performing mock assignments and receiving feedback from trained evaluators. Each time they learn a skill, they will be asked to, write their insights on LinkedIn, publish an article, and share it with potential US employers. See, we have a very simple theory. Every skill you learn and every problem you solve for your clients, make a case study out of it without taking names, share the learnings on social media and see your credibility and brand soar. With every bunch of skills, you will find out how, to identify a potential employer, conduct an audit, find out any one operations and support weakness, and create custom messages and send out. A lot of you expect that you will find some unique treasure that you'll be able to, magically just get a job. You've been looking for months and years for this treasure. You apply to hundreds of places and reach out to headhunters every single year, but it's not giving you results. How many of you are facing this? You're facing this pattern in trying to find a job. Yes? Okay. See, the reality is that you need to build skills, ability to do the work, which is you learn in terms of skills what you don't know. And you enable recruiters to trust you by building track record. And you do the networking with potential recruiters and employers. All this is actually what is going to give you better projects and jobs. And when we share this roadmap in this bootcamp, we face a lot of resistance. Like for a lot of you have been saying, oh, this is, this is very overwhelming. I know it's 6 months, but how do I know this is possible, right? People are unwilling to accept the idea that they have to do the work to land international remote jobs. Just merely saying that you will work hard and that you deserve an opportunity to potential employers does not work. Why should a US employer invest their time in sharing tasks with you when you don't even have the skills? Let me give you another example. Imagine for a second that you have a Rolls Royce. Okay. Now, would you hire an inexperienced driver to drive it? Tell me. Would you? Their work is like Rolls Royce for these clients, right? They don't want to work with inexperienced, untrained professionals who waste their time. Now, if you have found some treasure that would magically land you a job without learning any new skill or doing outreach, wouldn't that have already happened? Have you not tried enough? See, it's a great idea to repeat what works. But when something doesn't work, we do the same thing again and again, hoping for a different result. And you know what's that called? Insanity. It's not giving us results. Who here is ready to recognize what you've been trying so far is not working? How many of you are ready to do something different? Let me share now an outreach plan with you. Okay. In the beginning, our goal is to spend at least 1 hour every day reaching out to potential employers. You'll review their products and service listing and their website and then pitch the following services. So you can say, okay, you know what? I'll be happy to deploy a chatbot, create an AI-driven chatbot for faster responses. That you can create automations to improve their Google, Reddit, and other social media reviews and ratings from satisfied customers. That you can help deploy voice agents for faster customer support. That you could deploy AI agents and automation for review management. Use predictive analytics to create processes for upselling, cross selling, and referrals. You can pitch more things over time. Now, I want to share with you some of the most in demand job roles in customer support and operations automation, along with potential earning and salary opportunities. Just give me a second. Let me go to this. We shared some of these roles with you yesterday, right? These were case managers, chatbot supervisors, um, conversational AI designers, AI trainers, omni-channel success, customer success managers, so on and so forth. We've also, in some cases, mentioned what are their average salaries now, right? Now, how do you reach out to global startups and SMEs? So many of you have been asking, how will I get a job? Let me show you something. Have you heard of Y Combinator? Um, yes, no. Have you heard of Techstars, Shark Tank? Yes, no. Now, Shark Tank you would have heard of, right? The TV show where business owners pitch their ideas to investors, right? Now, how can you reach out to a nascent startup with big potential? You reach out to accelerators and you find accelerators where in the US, in UK, in Europe, in London. Now, let me just for a second go to Y Combinator's website and show you this. Now, every startup accelerator will somewhere on their website show the list of startups that they have funded. All accelerators do that. You go to Shark Tank's website, they will also do that. You go to Y Combinator's, Techstars, anybody's website, that'll happen. Okay. Now, this is Y Combinator's website. And under the company section, there is something called Startup Directory. Okay. Now, this accelerator has funded Meesho or Airbnb or Grow, companies like this, or Dropbox. Now, I will not go to an Airbnb because an Airbnb will have resources that they will need. So I'll go to a fairly recent startup. So I will go to the, say, winter batch or fall of 2025 batch, and we look for some startups here. It's very interesting if you look at the work that these startups are doing. So let's look. A lot of these would be AI startups also, right? Now, like SkillSync, find anyone in open source, AI workspace for architects. Let's look. Visual editor to design in production code. Wow, very interesting. Fixed point, Uber for AI trainers and human in loop supervisors. Someone's just heard what we were talking about. Let's look, let's see some other ones. For example, Luna Bill. Okay, this is AI voice callers for healthcare billing teams. We're right now looking at various startups that you could reach out to offer services, right? So how do you find a startup? So you go to accelerators. This is what we're doing. The social brain for robos. Let's see. Now I can go through this really fast, but I'm doing this work so that you know how to find and look at what companies could you reach out for. Okay. Now, for example, Wafer. Okay, wafer or wafer, however they pronounce it. This is lovable for animated graphics videos. Okay. Now let's go to their, let's see some information. If you see, founded in 2025, team size 1 person. So right now it is only their founder. Okay, this looks like an Indian guy, has an PhD from Oxford, has worked in Google and Microsoft. What does this company do? Okay. Amazing work. Now, I would go to their website and see what they're doing. Turn your ideas into animated videos. Okay, great. Now, lovely. So this is the plans that they're selling. Okay, they sell a $10 plan, they sell a $35 plan, and then there's a custom plan that they have, right? Now, I run a printing business. I want to know how can I use this? Okay, so I can just, how do I test this out? How do I get started? Okay, it requires me to log in. I don't want to log in. Now, do you see this has very minimal information on the website? Yes or no? Do you see that? Now, if I have a question, currently there is no chatbot. Okay. Now, let's just compare plans. Okay. Wow. It does not even tell me. I can't compare plans. Like, I don't know what is included in this $34 plan. It just tells me there is a difference of credit. Right now, I can ideally go to a free page with 40 credits and understand. It says 2 credits per second of video. Wow. 1 credit per image. So I can basically give it a script and it'll give me an animated video. That's what It's saying it does. Yes, but there is a lot of room for improvement, right? Now, can I write to the founder? Hold on, let's go and write him. This is Raghav Sachdeva. So I'll go to Raghav's profile. He's based out of Australia, and obviously he's gotten um, recognition from Y Combinator. So we've spoken about that. He's not very active on LinkedIn. Okay, now I would then send a message to Raghav, right? Now, Amit said something very interesting in chat. Amit says, look for some well known startups. You know what? I will not go to well known startups because what does it look like? Raghav is a one person team, right? If I pitch to Raghav about a problem, who's most likely to respond to me? Raghav or a well known startup? A well known startup will have enough team, but someone like Raghav will not have, he does not have a large team. He has one person. So he needs more help. Does this make sense? This is why you will not go to an Airbnb or a well known startup. Does that make sense? Yes? Now, you find their founders on LinkedIn and Twitter and then pitch to them directly. Okay? Now, I showed you Y Combinator. There is also, you could also go and do this for Shark Tank. You could go do this for Techstars. Now, once you found a startup, here is what you write. So I can go to Raghav's message and send him a message. Say, hi Raghav, I came across, Wafer and was genuinely impressed by what you're building. Early stage startups usually face the pressure of growing users, increasing support queries, and scaling operations without having enough hands on deck. This is how exactly I can help, right? I specialize in modern support and operations work, setting up systems that reduce manual workload and improve customer experience. My work typically includes setting up AI powered customer support systems, chatbots, voice agents. Sorry, give me a second. Voice agents and automated queries, reducing ticket load through ticket deflection, self-service workflows, conducting sentiment analysis to predict refund risks, churn risks, and negative reviews, setting up review management systems to increase five-star reviews, improving onboarding workflows so customers get quick wins and stay longer, handling day-to-day operations and customer support and process optimization. Instead of just responding to tickets, I help founders prevent them by creating systems that delight customers, reduce churn, and improve retention. I'd be happy to walk you through on what systems we can build for you. If you're open, we can get on a 10-minute call this week. Happy to start on a trial basis so that you can see real results before committing. What do you think is going to happen if you write to Raghav? Hello? Do you think Raghav will want someone like this? Yes, right? Because guess what Raghav has to deal with? Ever since Raghav has gotten funding, okay, from Y Combinator, Raghav has the pressure to match his valuation, right? To work on how to increase revenue. Does Raghav have the system right now to hire more people? Raghav will need all the help he needs, right? Yes or no? Now, if you write to 20 such founders, two or three are likely to respond very conservatively, right? Now, of course, should you only do this when you know how to do the work? Absolutely. But when you know how to do the work, this is how you reach out. Does that make sense? If you're reaching out on LinkedIn, here is what you could send. You could say, hey, I love the work you're doing. I help early stage startups and set up support and operation systems, AI-driven chatbots, ticket deflection, sentiment analysis, onboarding workflows, review management. I can help you save 10 to 20 hours of work and dramatically improve customer experience. Would you be open to a quick chat? Yes. Now, you can use AI to draft these messages as well. See, remember, this is how you reach out to startups that are not already big, preferably pre Series A and under 20 members. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay, great. Now remember, these startups badly need help, and any help is welcome. And when you spread your bets by helping several such startups, When they raise more investments, when they grow bigger, they rely on you because they're also hungry for people they can rely on, right? Now, there are 2,000 accelerators all over the world, and every accelerator has thousands of startups under them, right? I'm sharing with you a list of them with countrywide navigation. Look at this. These are startups in the US and all over. So you could actually select, suppose you wanted a startup in Australia, accelerators in Australia, you could start like this. Okay? Okay, perfect. Now, imagine if you use AI to automate the entire process. Like within minutes, you can send numerous outreach messages, each one tailored to the right founder with the context with their business. Forget SMEs and startups. Yeah, even MNCs and BPOs need this very badly. They'll pay anybody a lakh of rupees or more to do this. Automation jobs, right? The automation jobs are rapidly going to increase in the next 5 years. 800 to 1000 MNCs are about to set up shop in India, creating 4 million jobs, most for operations, automation, and backend roles. By the way, making an H1B visa difficult to get for Indians is going to exponentially increase offshoring. Very simple. If you can take a free trial and go through a product demo, just set up a call, no? Like I want to go to Wafer's website, take that free plan and see if I send an email, do I get a response in time? Do I get a quick response? Who's responding? Most likely Raga would be responding, right? Send in a few questions, check the quality of responses. Most times it'll be the founder or an early employee, right? Now you can get on the call, listen to everything, and then propose how you can help. And then bring it, then say, this is what I can do. There are many ways to reach out to potential clients. Here's a list of directories. Okay, I'm sharing with you a list of directories that you can use. And if we have time today, I will show you how you can use one of these directories as well to reach out to founders. Okay. Now, can I also share with you industry specific messages that you can send? Would you want that? Yes. So if you're reaching out to someone in tech and IT, this is a message that you should send. If you're reaching out to someone in healthcare or e-commerce or retail, these are industry specific pitches that you could send. Okay. Okay, great. See, remember getting your first three assignments is always the hardest. Okay, when you have a lot of testimonials and good ratings on platforms like Upwork and Fiverr, work flows in faster than you can handle. I'm also sharing with you a list of your potential clients and employers in the domestic industry, right? In India, who's looking for what? Okay, so in healthcare, these are the people who are looking for operations and support roles, right? We've listed this out. Give me a second. Yeah. Okay, now you may have a question that, okay, you know what? I will start working on this opportunity, but if I do, where do I reach by the end of the first month? Okay, now by the end of the first month, your goal should be to have 3, 4 testimonials and get your first paid assignment. Now, if you're a beginner, you can start as a virtual assistant and a global and virtual assistant and support global and Indian businesses, personal professional service agencies, startup founders, and entry level project management, MIS, data entry work, and other admin work. And while you start with this, you're finding out what their problems are and later pitch customized solutions as you learn complex skills, right? Now, our learners would be able to avail our guidance of the placement and the freelance team at this point, which also shares relevant opportunities from our network and freelance platforms, right? Now, many of our learners successfully manage this alongside their full time jobs. I'm sharing a list of testimonials from professionals who started this on the site while they were employed, right? So those of you who are, worried if you can do this on the side or not, you absolutely can. In fact, we help people on how to do this ethically as well, right? uh, for anybody who's concerned about moonlighting, we've created a guide on how to do this ethically and legally, maintaining your full-time employment in a very legitimate way. And we'll tell you how our placement team helps in just a bit. But how does this translate into a remote job? Aapko, you must be thinking that, okay, right now I'm pitching, if I send in a message to Raga or any of these startup founders, then this is one project. How does this translate into a remote job? See, when you do 2 to 3 assignments on the side for free, right? You start like that. You collect testimonials from your clients, and it doesn't matter if it's a foreign client, right? You implement automation for your existing employer if you're employed, and you make a video of how you did it, and then you start applying for jobs in India or outside, right? And here is how it works for US clients. Most US clients are afraid that you may not be available if you're talented, but they don't give you a part-time job, right? You may get, if they don't give you like a job commitment, then you may get busy with other work. The US has right now a labor scarcity, and they cannot hire US resources for this kind of work any which way. Many of your clients might just give you a tip of $30 to $100 because they're so grateful, right? Now, uh, some of your clients will start transitioning you into part-time or full-time roles, based on your convenience. You don't have to work US hours. You have to be available for client calls which overlap, in the Indian time zone, no matter where your client is in the US. Now, you can take on more work and additional freelancing alongside your job as well, and most of them have no issue with moonlighting. And you can increase your rates further after you get 20 testimonials, for example. Here's a detailed document explaining why US employers are increasingly hiring Indian professionals for support and operations roles. Now, you may have a question saying, where can I be in 6 months? So by the end of 6 months, you can easily get a job that pays you a lakh of rupees per month. And if you're already working somewhere, you start earning $1,000 to $2,000 per month extra, depending on how much time you can spend. Now, if you have, but you will be here only if you have done this work in the last 6 months. So you should have learned at least 20-25 new skills from our classes and our assignments. You should have pitched to at least 15 business owners the way I showed you right now how to pitch. Now, these could be business owners, these could be professionals, startup founders, following our guidance and delivered some work for them. And this work should reflect in your Upwork and LinkedIn profiles, right? You should have spent 3 to 4 hours per week pitching to clients and potential employers. Yeah. Now, of course, can you do this on your own? Absolutely. But our students do it under the guidance of experts who can quickly correct their mistakes and guide them through the process. Now, it can be very hard and time taking to figure out all these steps on your own. We're telling you all the steps already, but actually doing it can be tough. When you're reaching out to a client by yourself, you may get stopped and you may have a question saying, hey, I don't know, what would they respond like? Will they have, should I pitch this? I've never pitched like this to an international client. Um, how do I take care of questions that they may have, right? Now, learning all this takes 2 hours a day. Okay, from the 6th to the 12th month, also, this is pretty much what you're doing. You've learned 2 new skills every day, and you've spent 3 hours in classes, 4 to 6 hours on assignments, and you spend 3 to 4 hours networking with potential employers so that you can get more high paying jobs. Rest of the time, you do the work that you get from any foreign or SME owners, startups, professional service firms, or internships or jobs that you might have. The brightest of you may even want to launch your own services business, by the way. Like Soumya came in yesterday and she started doing virtual assistant services, and now she's offering her own services. So that also may happen. Now, we encourage you to do that, by the way. We've created a special program that teaches you the nuts and bolts of scaling your freelance services and remote job from 2 lakh rupees a month to a crore per year of an agency. But how fast can you grow? Good news is that if you learn automation, growth can be very rapid because automation is a big multiplier, right? And this is exactly how you beat 10% of, the 10% average corporate sector increment and layoffs. Also, at this rate, when you, for example, you build a chatbot for someone, right? Things break frequently and they need fixing on the spot. No amount of AI can automate this. This is where human beings are required. You will experience that you're flying an aeroplane while building it. It doesn't matter whether you work for MNCs or SMEs or international businesses, results will be similar. Okay. For example, even now at Addictive Learning, despite having 600 plus people in our team, we want to incorporate more automations, more AI, introduce chatbots, create knowledge bases, deploy voice agents, deploy predictive analytics, automation, and much, much more. Now, if you can handle more responsibility to meet the increasing requirements of business, you keep growing. And many of our students who do this have secured increments in every 3 months and even secured equity in Silicon Valley and Canadian startups in the last 1.5 years. Here are a few examples, by the way. This is Bhavna. Okay, she is a 2008 graduate from Indore who joined our October 23 batch and she started assisting a Canadian startup at $3 an hour. Within 3 months, her rate was increased to $5 an hour for social media design, product marketing, and virtual assistance work. After 9 months, the client offered her a permanent role with a $16,500 of a salary and equity. Okay. Now, she now works with multiple US based clients, earning 2.5 to 3 lakh rupees a month remotely. By the way, I'll send you a link of Bhavna sharing her story, and you can watch Bhavna sharing her story right here on this link. Okay, great. Now, I'm also sharing with you a detailed case study that we prepared on her journey and the roadmap that she followed. There is also Medhuri. Okay, she secured a job at a prop tech startup called Landy. This is also a Y Combinator funded startup where she also got equity. Now, some of them were simply doing entry level tasks like virtual assistants, to the founders. Imagine what can happen if you can anchor support and operations for international startups. As the startup matures and creates dedicated positions, you could take on roles as a customer service manager or a customer success manager and eventually move to director or VP level if you want, right? Professionals in managerial roles earn 70 to $100,000 and director and VP salaries are 160 to $200,000 in the US. Now, of course, those are US salaries. But even if you could earn a fraction, that's incredible, right? Now, you could also build AI transformation consulting businesses. Okay, this is what you could do. Here's someone, by the way, who started as a second year college student from Bhopal and today earns more than $8,000 per month. He's someone who's taken vacations to Thailand, gifted iPhones to his mother, bought a property in Indore before he graduated, and now he has his own agency. He's hired 10 people in his team. That's his workstation. This is just 2 3 of our learners, and there's several others who get remote jobs and clients. In reality, they earn 3 to 5 lakh rupees a month. If you're a skill arbitrage student, we can help you with this as well. For those of you who want to do this, we can help you hire a remote team from tier 2 tier 3 cities in India, whom you will pay 50,000 rupees a month while you charge a lakh of rupees for their work to international clients. Now, if you have 10 such people doing this, imagine how much can you earn every single month. Here's someone who's doing this in a different domain. This is Veena Prabhu. Okay. She is a professional with HR background and she resumed her career in 2023 of March after a 3 year break. Right. Currently earns 4 to 5 lakh rupees a month after 1.5 years and hires talent regularly from skill arbitrage. She secured 10 clients from Upwork and has a $10,000, contract with one of our clients. That's her Upwork profile. Now, this is how our placement team helps. One second. Uh, so, okay, let me just create this. The site is a little disoriented, but I'll create it. So, our placement team helps with creating your social media profiles, optimizing them, even if you're someone who's never had, a social media profile, right? Creating freelance profiles on platforms like Upwork and Fiverr. You may be hearing, right? Saying that we our clients, our students get work from these profiles. How do you set up a profile that gets you work? We teach you how to do outreach on these platforms. Our Shailendra Veena Prabhu is one of our students, right? Then how to build a work portfolio based on course assignments. We help you on how to build your personal brand. How many of you see people, from your industry sharing on LinkedIn and you think, damn, one day when I get a really, great project or a great job, I will work on my personal brand. How many of you think like that? And that day is yet to come. Yes. Now, would you like it if you got hand holding in building your personal brand? Yes. Creating profiles on freelance platforms, writing effective proposals and cold emails. Yeah. Now, how do we help? You may have a question. Do we have a placement office? How do we help you, um, get remote opportunities? Our mentoring team has 60 plus people working full time to assist our students. And this is how our placement team helps. Okay. Now, our team keeps sharing suitable opportunities with our learners as we are always monitoring platforms like Upwork, People Per Hour, and others, right? Our team will guide you to connect with SMEs, professionals, startups, and other organizations in the US, in the UK, Dubai, and Europe, so that as you start learning these skills, so that you can get, these assignments. Now, we also share several job opportunities from Indian recruiters. Okay. Our team assists our students to get started with the following: posting and building your profile on social media, even if you're someone who's never had a LinkedIn account. Creating your freelance profiles, teach you how to do outreach, how to build your work portfolio, and how to create your personal brand. Writing effective proposals, guidance on how should you charge initially, right? Then creating and optimizing your social media profiles, reviewing job applications and cover letters, creating a work portfolio based on course assignments, and how to moonlight and legally and ethically if you're already working in a job in India, right? Now, here is the profile of our team leaders who set up this agency. This is Sapna, and this is our agency, which is ranked top 3 in legal outsourcing companies on Upwork. This is like one of our categories. Skill Arbitrage today, by the way, has over 500 full time people working with just one goal, which is making our learners successful in their career. See, we have a very simple theory for growth. If we make more and more people to earn, right, nobody can stop our growth. One learner who gets internships, jobs, freelance work sends 10 more to us, right? Now, when you have a large ecosystem like ours working with you, then your hard work brings a lot more results than what you do alone. Arun, that's great. That's amazing if that's the case. Does that are you saying that you actively work on your LinkedIn profile? Now, this is how we help close to 1,100 students and professionals to get jobs, internships, and freelance work every single month. Now, every month, around 200 people show interest in getting jobs, and 900 to 1,000 more are looking for freelance work. And around 100 plus people get jobs. In November alone, 133 people got a job through us, of which 18 were hired by international firms working remotely. Now, we strive to take this number to 300 in the coming months. Around 800 people got freelance work of different values. In November, 807 people got freelance work from us. Of this, 421 people got low skilled work such as translation, transcription, voice recording, data entry, subtitling, catering to people who need to earn immediately. There's so many of our learners who say, what, learning complex skills is great, but I have this need to start earning as of yesterday. Then, to ensure that you're supported, you can start with low skill, no skill work, and I will tell you more about this later. 250 plus people got internships. In November, 253 people got internships from us. 37 of these internships were paid. Every month, 100, 200 people don't get any success. And there are 2, 3 reasons for that. Okay. Some of them have no discipline at all. If they study for a day, they disappear for the next whole week and they don't follow our advice. Many people start and then have some personal issues for which they get distracted. Success requires tremendous hard work. At Skill Arbitrage, we can make it 10 times easier for you. But you still have to put in the work 2 hours a day or 8 hours on weekends. There is no escaping that. Right? This is our placement numbers. Let me show you some more numbers. If you're mind blown by the numbers that you see on your screen, type MB in chat. The total number of beneficiaries between April 2021 and November 2025 are 63,586. The total number of internships that people have gotten through us are 21,568. And the total number of jobs that people have gotten through us are 7,768. The total number of people who've gotten freelance work via us are 34,250. Please remember that these numbers are only the first few gigs that are supplied by us, on which we actively worked on with our learners. Beyond this, they've gotten work that we don't track. What do you think? Do you like what you see? Are you excited about building your career in support and operations? Okay, great. Now, remember, it takes work on your part as well. If you're going to be lazy, if you want some magic wand to automatically make your career amazing without going through the rigor, please stay away from skill arbitrage. We don't want people in our courses who want results without any effort. And some people ask us, so what is the guarantee that you can give us? We cannot guarantee anything, right? Because no matter what we do, everything depends on your own effort. We can't come to your home and make you study. This is also why we don't make a scholarship offer very easily, because we want to give away the precious seats only to those people who have a genuine interest in the topic and attend the bootcamp properly. A lot of people wanted to join the bootcamp and register. They had a wish. Around 1,080 people joined yesterday with curiosity. Then, after realizing that there is work to do, 652 stayed back to listen to the whole thing. Today, only some of those people have joined back. To us, this is very effective filtration. It tells us who are the consistent people with real interest, people who are coachable, people who are willing to do the work. Because we don't want people with wishful thinking and no work ethics to waste our scholarship. So today, I will make a scholarship offer at about 8 o'clock. And by then, most of the non serious people would have left. Getting started is the hardest, and skill arbitrage can make that process frictionless for you. We just need you to take action. Okay, just for 2 hours a day, every day. Question is, can you give 2 hours a day to set up your career for incredible, outstanding success? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, great. Perfect. Now, most people are following the crowd and trying the same conventional things with cutthroat competition. Now you can follow a different path with almost no competition. That itself gives you an unfair advantage. Please note that a lot of people hate us because we're doing this. You know why? Many employers are losing their high performing employees, interns, and freelancers who they were paid peanuts. People are quitting toxic bosses at organizations. And other people are jealous that people living in smaller cities or women who had to give up their careers to raise a family are now working from home and earning more than them, even though they've been working for years and gotten a degree from top universities. There are also some bitter students who don't attend classes or do the assignment and then blame us for their failure. So, to effectively deal with this, we've created a 45-day money back guarantee. If you attend our courses for 30 days, if you attend all classes and do all the assignments, and for some reason still don't like it, we will give you 100% of your money back as long as you ask between a window of the 30th and the 45th day. But if you don't attend classes and don't do the assignment but still ask for a refund, no refund for you. Okay, is that fair, everyone? Yes, that's fair, right? I'll share the refund policy and more about this later. Okay. Now, before I share this scholarship, I do want to take a moment personally to share why we do this as skill arbitrage. Okay. We believe that India can be the automation and operation capital of the world. Just like it is the capital of software development, when people around the world need software, they outsource it to an Indian tech company. Yes, MNCs recognize this. Large corporations are setting up global capability centers or outsourcing centers to the specialized BPOs. India is going to host 2,200 GCCs by 2030, generating 2.8 million jobs. You know why? Because they know the value of Indian talent. India is set to become the headquarter of the world for the services industry. And operations and automation are at the heart of this. 4 million jobs will get created in the next 4 years by MNCs alone. But you cannot do routine admin or manual work anymore. Will Indian talent develop the capability to deliver? World leaders are betting on it. We must capitalize on it. The world of AI and automation is constantly evolving, and we must upskill. Will we capitalize on this opportunity or let it go to waste? Do we rise to the occasion? Do we seize the opportunity that God's given us? See, our most successful students are already earning 5 lakh rupees a month, crossing $100,000 on platforms, like Upwork, and they're being invited to the US by employers for client meetings. And some of them have even moved to the US, Canada, or UK or Dubai. Would you like to be amongst them in the next 6 to 12 months? Yes. See, the time is right. The stars have aligned. We're bringing this change one person at a time. And we can't do it alone. We need your support. Are you failing in your mission because you're fighting alone? Maybe your friends or your family or your environment holds you back, makes it harder to reach the success that you dream of. Nobody is teaching this level of automation anywhere else. Remember, if our ecosystem is not supportive of our goals, it's very hard to achieve them. It's like fighting a boxing match with one hand tied behind your back. You need an upgraded ecosystem, and we're building an ecosystem of success. Life is not a solo sport. You win more when you have a team. With skill arbitrage, you get that team. And once you're a skill arbitrage student, it's our responsibility to make you successful. Of course, we can't do it if you don't do the work. You still have to put in the work. But we will make it super easy, streamlined, clear cut. And you will have just small actions to take one after the other. No confusion, no distraction, no going off track. Can I share with you the story of our first remote hire who became a millionaire? Yes, would you just give me 1 second? Just give me 1 minute. I need to fix something. Just give me 1 second. Yes, I'm back with you. Okay, perfect. Now I want to share with you the story of someone very, very special to us. This is the story of our first remote ops hire who became a millionaire. Okay. Uh, so we built Addictive Learning Technology, which is our parent company, as a bootstrapped company until our IPO in January 2024 and grew it to 600 plus people in full-time remote roles. Okay. Now, like I said, we went 100% remote, from remote workforce, 60% of that was remote since 2016, right? Now, operations, by the way, was the first role that went fully remote. We hired our first person in customer support, and it seemed to be working well. Soon enough, we moved all our support and operations role 100% remote over the next 2 years, before going 100% remote post pandemic, including sales and tech. Now, her name is Priyanka Karwa. Okay, that's Priyanka for you. Now, even though it was her first remote job, she did very well. We gave her more responsibilities. Even though it was her, like first remote job, she was, performing well. She was hungry. This is when we realized the power and benefits of remote work. So there was no office politics. There was no commute. There's a lot of free time to spend with family. And, we avoided expensive rent of setting up offices. And this is what matters instead, right? Focusing on delivering results and output, problem solving mindset, consistency, empathy, and care for customers, and listening skills. Now, although Priyanka was initially looking for customer support tickets, right? She soon became a manager and then went on to head operations later. She did not even have an MBA degree and had not done this work earlier. It didn't matter that she wasn't working from an office as long as she was able to produce results. It today 60% of our workforce is from smaller cities and towns across 180 locations in the country. However, that is not how it all began. In 2015, we were working on our first startup. We were really struggling to hire good candidates. And we were a small startup that nobody wanted to work with us. When startups are small, nobody wants to work with them. It's only when they've become, like one of you said, you should reach out to well known startups, right? Only when they become famous is when people want to work with them. So it was very hard to match the budget of funded startups and large companies. Even though we spent hours interviewing and speaking to talented candidates about our company and the future, many would not join because they were convinced they would not be convinced about the future of the company. That is when we decided to try out working with remote talent. Now, post the remote work revolution, SMEs and startups and professionals in the US, UK, Canada, and other advanced economies, they're also desperate to hire talent, right? And they're likely to have similar journeys. It enables them to access a much bigger talent pool because the demand for automation is everywhere. That is why we believe that thousands of Indian support and operations professionals can have a similar trajectory as Priyanka. She supported her husband, a dentist, to buy his own clinic in Mumbai after the pandemic. And here's how, when our IPO was happening, he had a stock market group, right? And when they got to know of Addictive Learning doing their IPO, he was very proud to say, hey, she's one of the promoter members of the company. What a moment. Today, we even have a higher need for automation. She was handling our placement team, but we asked her to jump into operations once again, implement automation, and take it to the next level. Even at a 230 crore market capitalization, there are newer operation challenges, to deal with as we strive to double revenues every single year. As a famous transformation coach said, that solutions will apply to the problems of today will not be sufficient to solve the problems of tomorrow. Now, question is, would you like to have a similar journey? Are you ready to jump in when we share the offer? Yes? Okay. Now, if you were to take on this path, what will your life look like? We're about to do that exercise. And for the purpose of this exercise, I need you to close your eyes, sit back, don't fall asleep. Okay? And we will talk about what could happen 2 years down the line if you start working remotely for international employers as an operations and support professional. I want you to close your eyes and imagine that you've been transported into the future. Listen to my voice and create these images in your head. And when I want you to open your eyes, I will tell you. Okay? Uh, okay, great. The more clearly you can see your future in your mind's eye, the more likely it is that you're going to be able to take action to get there. It is December 2027. You're receiving an award from a national level industry association as one of the most influential leaders in the country. You're now an automation expert, currently working in a full time remote job with a US based company which secured a big funding round. You earn 50 lakhs a year. The company also has higher profitability than competitors because you implemented automation for all business functions and they're remotely handled from India. As you walk up the stage and think about what you will say to the audience, you reminisce about your journey till here. Like most of your other contemporaries, you'd given many years to your domestic job and your increments and promotions were not worth your efforts. Despite any additional qualifications, things didn't change. That is when you realize you must automate and solve problems. That routine work is not sufficient. You started by working on the side for a couple of hours every day and on weekends. Your first month was focused on reaching out to small business owners in your hometown and early stage startup founders whom you assisted with review management and configuring, chat tools like Talk to and setting up customer support. You then started automating things and built case studies. You earned 30,000 extra in the second month and 50,000 in the fourth month per month. Not bad for a few hours of work. By the sixth month, you were already earning a lakh of additional income per month, working for 4 hours a day. Work kept growing, and you could now charge more as your clients trusted you. Soon, there was more work than you could handle. When a new MNC set up office in India, a recruiter approached you for a leadership role. You applied and got the job. You built hundreds of automations and hired a team in India. The company's revenue and profitability doubled because of this. Customer ratings, reviews, and referrals peaked. They invited you to their global head office in the US to visit and congratulate you. Given exponential growth, you decided to dive in with everything you had. Your family is happy because you spend more time with them and also earn more. You're also finally learning and contributing in new ways, and you're truly being appreciated for your work. You have offers from more MNCs. You're wondering whether you should continue in a job now or set up your own agency. You might earn 1 crore, but there's no hurry. You're already on the cutting edge. You already have shares in the company whose value just jumped up a few times because of your amazing work. You plan to take your family for a foreign trip. Really exciting times ahead, and the journey has just begun. This is what you will share. Doesn't it feel exciting to imagine this? Do you want this kind of a future for yourself? Everyone, open your eyes, come back. Do you want this kind of a future for yourself? Yes? Can I just show you some people who've been on this journey? Some of our learners out of the thousands who've achieved these results, and then I will tell you what the scholarship offer is. Okay? Now, we have freshers and young professionals with elementary skill sets. Okay, this is Aarti. She is a graduate from Maharashtra. She has clients from Seattle, Australia, Canada, US, Thailand. She works 4 to 5 hours every day and earns 70,000 rupees a month. Even learners who took a career break are now able to start working remotely on a full time or part time basis, irrespective of the length of their break. This is Hema. She secured a job as a remote virtual assistant with a Toronto-based startup and, earns 50,000 rupees a month by giving 30 hours a week. This is Lakshmi. She started freelancing after a 7 year break and has earned $6,000 from Upwork with clients from US, Canada, and Australia. Yes, Puneet, absolutely. Now, housewives who've secured international clients. This is Sneha. Okay. Now, within 2 months of joining our course, she landed her first international client. And now she only works for a couple of hours and earns in dollars. People who had a career break have made a comeback. This is Sujata. She came in after a 4 year career break and has earned $5,000 by providing project management and administrative support. Starting at just $3 an hour, she now charges $11 an hour working remotely with flexible hours. Experienced professionals who secure international projects. This is Santosh. He had 20 years of experience and has earned more than $10,000 just through Upwork. He started at $8 and now has increased that to $10 an hour working full time remotely. That's his profile. Now, professionals who secured domestic jobs. This is Ramandeep. Okay, she secured a remote job with as a customer support associate from Tech Mahindra. We've helped over 1,000 work from home mothers to get remote jobs in the last 18 months. If they can do it, why can't you, given you're already working in domestic jobs? This was a press release about the specific impact with regards to women. I'm also sharing a list of 100 plus professionals who secured remote jobs around operations, virtual assistance, admin support, and in other disciplines. And this is what inspired us to start a dedicated program for support and operations professionals. Do you want to be our next success story? Yes, no, maybe. Okay, perfect. Let's go. Let me now show you uh, how you can be our student. Okay, now I know by now you would want to know how skill arbitrage can help you to make all these results happen. I know you have a lot of questions. Okay, the way I'm going to do this, all of your questions will get answered. I need you to have patience. Okay, and if you still have questions that are unanswered, I'm here. And after I tell you the scholarship, we will do a very interesting skill, which is sentiment analysis. Okay. So, yesterday I asked you how many of you have access to customer queries data. You sit on a lot of data related to customer experience, right? How you can use that and contribute to cross-selling, upselling. We'll just talk to you about that after this. And we'll also definitely make you meet someone who's been on this journey. Okay. Okay, let's move. Let me introduce to you our Rockstar course. Okay. Now, this is a 6-month executive certificate course in strategic operations leadership for the digital economy. Now, all our courses are certified by NSTC and Skill India. So is this. And I know I'm saying it as a course, but for the lack of better words, it's actually a full-fledged career development program with all the personal coaching and hand holding that you will require. In the next 6 months, this course will help you master operations and support functions, enabling you to start working for Indian and global SMEs, service businesses, and startups, corporations, and clients, including MNCs. Do you remember I gave you a list of buckets of skills in the 6-month plan where we spoke about client onboarding, customer support, review management? Remember? This is the course where you'll be learning all of that. And I'm sharing the plan with you. Just in case you couldn't take screenshots, you wanted the plan, I'm sharing the plan with you in chat. Now, if you learn and stack these, you'll be equipped to handle 80 to 90% of tasks that any client or employer will bring you from an operations and support perspective. And you will be indispensable to your future clients, irrespective of their scale of growth. Now, we will focus on making sure that you master these tasks while you start building a strong portfolio by helping SMEs, professionals, and startups with small projects to create a demonstrable track record in support and operations. Now, in this course, here's what you get the exact system and strategies to provide an operational support to global and domestic startups, professionals, and SMEs and MNCs. You have 50 live classes of 2 hours each where you learn how to do all of this, and you can watch and replay recordings if you miss live classes. You get hands on experience by building your portfolio through simulated assignments in each class, and this portfolio can be showcased to potential employers. You learn with personalized feedback on every assignment that you perform by trained evaluators so that you can improve with feedback in every week and you don't make mistakes in real client like situations. There are unlimited opportunities to book one on one calls with your faculty and evaluators to clear any doubts at no extra cost. And usually these cost up to 1,000 rupees per call. Placement services so that you can access career opportunities and freelance work, including one on one assistance to build your freelance profiles, identify potential clients and opportunities, one on one guidance on your initial proposals until you're confident, mock interviews so that you can crack real client and job interviews. Now, if you follow the roadmap to earn a lakh of rupees of additional income per month and complete the global automation career domination stack, I'm confident that you will be among the top 2% earners in India in 6 months in this field. Okay. How much do you think the value of this course should be? Keep writing in chat. Let me know. Keep writing. Anshul says 50,000. Uh, Adesh says 50 to 60,000. Okay, keep making a note. Okay. Now, to make this offer more interesting, I'm going to give you more courses in the bundle without any extra charges. And these will be a game changer for you, given they'll give you additional skills, additional income, and additional bragging rights. Okay. See, it's nice to know about strategic operations and support work and leadership. But if you learn how to deploy automations across any business function for your clients, starting operations and customer support, and then extend it anywhere else, that is amazing. And by the way, no real, real results are not produced in a free 9 hour workshop. We will help you implement these in the next 6 months. Nobody is teaching this. Okay. Now, how much do you think I should charge for a 6 month live classroom program where we teach you how to solve 20 top 20 operations and support problems for businesses with AI? Please keep in mind and write it somewhere. We'll talk about prices very, very shortly. This is your second course, and you will get within the package. This is a 6 month executive certificate course in support and operations, automation, and AI. Now, I will make the bundle even more attractive by adding one more course to this so that you're busy for the next 6 months and you learn some awesome skills that would take your career to a whole different orbit altogether. Did you ever want to learn remote freelancing and profile building for Indian and international clients? Yes. Here's your third course, and this you will get within the package without any extra charges. This is a 6 month remote freelancing and profile building program. It's a very powerful course that will support you in building your profile as a freelancer and pitching to potential clients directly and through various popular freelance platforms. Now, this course encapsulates all the strategies that our team has used to enable almost 40,000 Indian professionals to secure international career opportunities. And in this, here's what you'll get 50 hours of live classroom training, 15 hours of personal coaching to craft personalized offers, create your profile on freelance platforms, social media, Notion, and your own website, and 5 hours of personal coaching to review your proposals and cold emails, and 5 hours of personal mock interviews. One on one guidance on how to do moonlighting ethically and legally, one on one support to incorporate your own LLC globally and in India whenever you're ready, ability to book unlimited additional one on one calls, which otherwise cost 1,000 rupees per call outside the bootcamp. How much do you think should be the value of this course? Akash, I will talk about duration. In these are 6 month courses, but you will have access to all of these courses for the next 5 years, right? Now I know this is already too exciting. Okay, but you know what? I'm not going to stop. Do you want to learn how to support businesses virtually and help them and in-house AI automation so that they can grow faster? There are some advanced skills that you learn as a virtual assistant to solve real business problems. Okay, so you learn how to do AI-based lead generation using WhatsApp, SMS, email, social media with or without ads. You can help clients launch and manage blogs or newsletters. You can create and test high conversion ads, organic videos, and write effective copy. You can build landing pages for your clients and your employers' products and services, and you can use AI and automation for SEO projects. You can also set up AI driven marketing funnels, do lead nurturing, and help clients build their brand online. Then you can also design smooth customer and employee onboarding systems. You can assist clients in hiring and managing remote teams. You can support AI-based project management for both tech and non-tech teams. You can make data-driven decisions using analytics and AI reports. And you can set up and monitor sales processes using AI, including training AI voice agents, audits, and transcriptions. Today, we're also giving you access to our 6-month training program using AI for business growth along with this scholarship. Now, I should really stop, but I will make this bundle even more attractive by adding just one more course so that you can also do business and data analytics related work and assist data driven decision making in operations and other functions like HR, marketing, sales, and finance. And here is the fifth course, which is in the Global Automation Career Domination Stack, which which is a 6-month certificate course in strategic business analytics and business intelligence mastery for corporate leaders. It's a very powerful course that will help you directly cater to any business or employer in just 6 months. Okay. How much do you think I should charge for all of this? Now we're about to disclose prices, but let's talk about what you will get in each of these courses. Okay. Now, in all of these 5 courses, this is what you would get. You learn 1 to 2 high demand skills every week, and you start with one course, slowly adding more as you progress. How you learn? So many of you were asking questions about, what is how are these classes? Are they physical? Are they online? What happens? Now, online, there are 2 online live classes every week per course. After work, now these we know that you are working, so these happen from 8 to 9:30 p.m. if they're from Monday till Saturday, and if they're on Sunday, then they're on Sunday afternoons. These are live classes, they're not pre-recorded sessions. Okay. Now, there are also recordings available in case you want to replay them or if you miss them. Now, the idea is to practice, practice, practice through 2 assignments per week, which make it 100 per year with personal feedback. There are model solutions for every assignment from the class faculty with opportunities to book one-on-one calls for doubt clearing so that you can improve every week and you don't make mistakes in real life situations. All the study material that you need, 24 by 7 access to an online portal. Hard copy are also available on the payment of printing and delivery costs. Then a safe space to make mistakes and learn so that you don't make mistakes in real life assignments. And there is placement and freelance support through freelance work for professionals and students and internships, right? There is incredible placement support to secure jobs, internships, and freelance contracts. Yes, Adesh, you can. Absolutely, you can. And there is support in building track record by networking with potential employers. If there's any one of you who's stopped by your English communication, then there is support for spoken and written English communication till you can do the work in professional English, international level work. And we're not kidding. Some of you were saying, can I get support? I'm not kidding. This is how you have access to a portal when you're a student. So you say your first name, last name, you say what you want support with, right? And you select the name of the instructor or the course anchor. You select their preferred time and date that's available. Then you select your preferred date and time that's available. Most importantly, what you get is a whole ecosystem to push you towards your destiny. Now that you know everything that I've told you that's inside these courses, what do you think should be the value of these 5 courses with a 24 by 7 access to an online portal with one-on-one support? What do you think? Keep letting me know. Until says something in lakhs. Sure. All these courses have recognition from National Skill Development Corporation and Skill India. So if you have 5 courses, you would get 5 different certificates like this. Okay. And you get certificates for every course that you complete under the offer, and you have a 5-year period to do it. Some of you were saying, is it not too much to do? See, you want the reason why we have a 5-year access is so that you can do this at your own pace. Okay. We don't want to come and say, oh, you have to finish this in, 6 months, because we know that you're working and you may also get more work. So you may want to pause and play your learning. Yes. Now, you can see Skill Arbitrage's official recognition as a training partner of NSDC as a brand under Redactive Learning Technology Limited on this recognition link. I will just show you. Yes, you're certified by NSDC. So if you go to NSDC's partners, you will see NSDC, Addictive Learning Technology Limited. This is our parent company. And you'll see three brands, Lawseco here, and Skill Arbitrage, and Data is Good. These are the three brands that our parent company owns. Uh, yes, Ashish, if that's the pace that you want to use, then absolutely. Okay. Now, I know you may be wondering, is there an alternative somewhere else? I've done the work for you. There is nothing like skill arbitrage courses anywhere else. See, I know there are a lot of so-called online courses that are available with some, it give you some PDFs and then they ask you to do some MCQ tests, right? Now, you may have done those courses and they don't teach you how to do client outreach. They don't tell you how to build a professional track record with the help of other successful professionals, mentors, and coaches. Nobody reviews your assignments or gives you feedback. You don't get personal guidance on how to build your freelance profile or review your proposals or give you guidance when you have client interviews. But our global automation career domination stack is very, very different. You get real experts teaching you in live classes. You can clarify your doubts and book one on one calls. You get personalized placement and freelance support. We actually work with you so that you can get the outcome of the course that you do with us. We care whether you're able to achieve your results or not. And here is a difference, by the way, in skill arbitrage and what is available everywhere else. So the total time that you're spending with us is 400 to 500 hours. And unlike 5 to 6 hours elsewhere, right? Uh, yes, Yogesh Santa came in early this year, seems, right? Now, there are live classes for over 6 months, unlike pre-recorded sessions elsewhere, right? Then you actually learn how to use AI for outreach and increasing productivity. There are a lot of people teaching you chatbot, okay? But is anyone teaching you how to reach out to clients? No one else. There is one on one feedback on assignments. You are publicly building a publicly verifiable track record. Whatever I have shared with you, lists and lists of students whose profiles are available to you, right? There is placement and freelance assistance. A lot of people will sell you courses and then they say, okay, you know what? You can figure out how you will get jobs, right? And then this is certified by NSDC and Skill India. Also, just to make this super affordable for everyone, there is an EMI facility so that you can self finance your learning. And to make it completely risk free, there is a 45-day money back guarantee, which I spoke about, right? Now, who's teaching you? This is the faculty that's teaching you. There is Yash Vijayvarya, who's our co-founder and heads operations and is the director of upskilling courses. He, by the way, spearheads hundred plus courses at Lawseco, and a lot of the AI that you see that we are able to deploy within our old systems is actually Yash's brainchild. There is Sunil, who's our business excellence manager, and he's someone who has driven operational improvements, automated workflows, boosted our CSATs. Great resource, coming and teaching you. There is Harman Saini, who's our chief people's officer at Skill Arbitrage. She's someone who's grown our company from 157 to 380 people in just 1.5 years, right? There is Siddhant Bed, who's our co-founder and CFO at Skill Arbitrage, former vice president at HSBC, and Angel Works Investment Fund. There's Shruti Goel, she's the head of student experience. There is Raghavan Sivakumar. There is Priyanka Karwa, I told you about, who's the director of employability and placements at Skill Arbitrage. She leads a team of 90 plus people and has enabled 45,000 plus people get freelance work. There is Rishi Rudra, who's a deputy director at Skill Arbitrage, AI and outreach expert. Has mentored 1,000 plus learners to get remote work. I will share this list of faculty with you as well. I need you to get that it costs us massive amount of money to build these courses and deliver them. See, we have been working with several experts, who help SMEs, professionals, and startups to grow from across the world. Many of them work full time with skill arbitrage. Imagine hiring such successful people to deliver this content and to take classes, live every week. They can earn 5-10,000 rupees per hour for client work, but we want them to come and teach you. That doesn't come cheap. I hope you understand that getting trained by such people costs money. We have to do independent research and to create and deliver such training. And it's not like this stuff is off some book that we can just copy from there and teach you. It's not just some content that we're offering a full-fledged training, like a career services program that helps you get paid work. Now, if you watch workout videos on Instagram, do you build muscle? No, you don't, right? Ideally, you should work out with a coach to properly guide you. Getting a job or freelance work is also no different, which is why our courses cost the way they do. And we're giving you personal services and we take responsibility for making you successful. Our courses are worth every penny at full price. So today we're giving a massive scholarship for two reasons. We're starting two batches next month, and we have a batch of 100 students. In each batch, there are 23 seats for scholarship students, and the remaining 77 would pay a full price. And we have space to take 46 scholarship students in the upcoming batches to fill up 100% of those batches. Additionally, we have to produce more remote freelance professionals because we have so many clients in the US, Canada, UK, and Dubai who want professionals trained from us who are and we're struggling right now to produce so many high quality professionals. Scholarship schemes like this just help us to meet our targets for producing such professionals. Now, while we get less money from you right now, we will make up for it when you start working for our clients because we'll charge them a platform fee or a sourcing fee, right? So, what is the offer? Are you ready? Can I just share this with you? Okay, cool. So, here are the 5 courses that you get under the Global Automation Career Domination Stack. Course number 1 is a 6-month executive certificate course in strategic operations leadership for the digital economy, which is originally sold on our website for 66,000 rupees. Now, this is not the final price, everybody. I need you to hold on. I'm going to make this super affordable. Okay. And the following complimentary and bonus courses are these. There is a 6-month executive certificate course in support and operations automation, which is sold at 75,000 rupees on our website. And there is a 6-month training program on using AI for business growth, which is 66,000 rupees on our website. There is also a 6-month remote freelancing and profile building program, which is originally sold for 63,000 rupees on our website. And there is a 6-month executive certificate course in strategic business analytics and business intelligence mastery for corporate leaders, which is originally sold for 50,000 rupees on our website. The total value of all of these courses is 3,20,000 rupees. I know some of you saw this and you said, damn, this is too expensive. I can't afford it. Don't worry. I'm going to make this super affordable because there is nearly a scholarship of 85% if you take this today. This option is not available anywhere else, not even on our website. 85% scholarship is only available here until seats are available in this bootcamp, and the offer ends unless you book now. I request you be patient, don't lose hope, and we will give you solutions in a way that anyone and everyone can afford this without a problem, right? Now, for those of you who take the offer, we'll give you a scholarship of 85%, which means that you only pay 15% of the actual fee of this stack, which is you only pay 46,000 rupees for the entire bundle. That's a steal, everybody. And that is it. Now, what is more is you don't even have to pay all 46,000 all at once. You can get all of these courses for 46,000 rupees if you book your seat by paying a token amount of 3,000 rupees right now. The rest you can either pay lump sum or you can use small installments EMIs of rupees 2,389 per month for the next 18 months through our financing partners. And these are no cost EMIs, these are zero interest EMIs. There is no cost of interest. We absorb the cost of interest. Okay. Now, we have about 421 people here right now. I want to know how many of you want the offer. If you want this, I need you to say want and mark everyone. Akash and Ashutosh, there's a scholarship of 85%. That's the scholarship. Okay. Okay, could you please mark everyone? So many of you are marking hosts and panelists. Could you type want and mark everyone? And I will tell you how you can get the offer. Okay, cool. Okay, great. Now, like I said, no extra charges, no interest on the CMI facility. We will bear that. And you can also choose to pay the balance in one go or pay installments, whatever works for you. Now, if you don't wish to take the full set of courses, and if you want to do just one course, you can do that also from the website. But for that, there's no scholarship of any kind, right? Please don't embarrass us by asking. The scholarship is already very generous. It's not available anywhere else. It's offered as it is. Now, if you don't take the scholarship now, and if you want to do the program later, you will need to pay a full price for each of these courses from our website. Usually, our course prices increase and we never give any discounts. Every year, our course prices go up by 30%. Now, if you like it, please take it. Otherwise, leave it for those who really want to do this. Okay. However, if this is not for you, leave it for those people who want to do this. Now, can I tell you how you can take the offer? Okay, I'm going to make it even sweeter. For the first 28 people who take the offer today, I will give you an additional executive 6-month course in service business entrepreneurship, which is if you want to set up your own consultancy, right? Own agency and scale it to 1 crore per year. I will give this to the first 28 people who take the offer today. This is originally for 66,000 rupees, but I'm going to give it complimentary to the first 28 people. Okay. And if you wish to learn marketing and sales automation as well, you can avail the 12-month AI-driven marketing and sales automation for business growth for 75,000 rupees to assist businesses 360 degrees, with business automation on a complimentary basis. Okay. Now, if you're a beginner, you can also request access to a 6-month startup generous and virtual assistance program for 66,000 rupees on a complimentary basis. Okay, perfect. Great. I didn't want to add this in the bundle because I know that not everybody will need it. But for those of you who are stopped by English communication, if you want to be supported with your English, you can get a 6-month executive certificate course in business English communication for international professionals and remote workers. This is for 56,250 rupees only. You can take it if you want it, which is why I didn't add it in the offer. I didn't want to add it like a course and say, okay, this is one extra. Okay. Now, to avail the offer, this is what you do. You go on to the offer link like I'm showing you. Now, remember, there are 46 seats only, and this page will stop working after 46 people have paid. Everything that I have told you about the offer is mentioned right here on the left-hand side panel. And you go on to the right-hand side page, fill in your details, and select Proceed and Pay. And you can pay by UPI, credit card, debit card, net banking, whatever works for you. Okay? Okay, great. Anyone having trouble with logging onto the link? I'm also sharing a QR code. Time to ask questions, everyone. If you have a question, ask away right now. So many of you are saying, okay, yes, some of you are making international payments. How do you pay? Michael, I'll just tell you. Give me a second. So you go on to the offer page, anyone who's making an international payment, and you go on to the bottom left. Okay. You will see this link for international payments. Click there. You're basically paying the same amount, but you're paying in dollars. Okay. So you're paying $35. Michael, did you get that? Jayant, there is an 85% scholarship already. The course bundle costs 3,20,000 rupees, and you're getting this for 46,000 rupees. We've been as generous as we could be, right? So, Chandan, right now after the offer and tomorrow we have a bunch of skills ready to share with you. That's what we're going to do. Okay? Okay, great. Now, if you take the offer, right now, you can actually upgrade to an executive certification in AI orchestration as business automation from iHub and IIT Roorkee just for 38,000 rupees plus GST later on if you take this. Okay. Now, here's what you get with this certification. You get, iHub plus IIT Roorkee official student ID and a T-shirt, certification issuance ceremony at IIT Roorkee, and a 2-day campus immersion at IIT Roorkee, and subscription to obviously iHub and IIT Roorkee newsletters, and you learn from industry experts and the IIT facility faculty as well. Now, this option is not available outside the bootcamp. Okay. Classes start from 24th of December, and this offer will not be there again. So act now. Just click on the button, go to the payment page, and book your seat. Give me a Neeraj, I'm just going to answer that. Give me one moment. Okay. Our team will call you in 24 hours to complete the admission process. Some of you are asking, how will you avail the EMI facility? So, a lot of you, I'll just tell you that first. So you will get after you pay this 3,000 rupees, you will get a call from our team to take you through the rest of the process. They'll ask you, how do you want to make the rest of the payment? Now you may say, I'll pay lump sum, or you may say, I want EMI assistance. If you want EMI assistance, they will connect you to our financing partners. And it's a very simple process. After your loan is disbursed, you will receive a welcome email, all of that from us. So they'll connect you to our financing partners, but that'll be after this payment of 3,000 rupees. Okay. Now, a lot of you might be wondering, how will I build a strong track record if I'm a complete beginner? How will clients trust me if I've never done this kind of work? Let me show you exactly how we help. So, give me a second, guys. I think I've got a cold. Just one second. Okay, now our students regularly receive practical assignments that help them build their track record and portfolio. So, I told you we do 2 assignments every week. These assignments that you create, you are actually going to use these as work samples. Okay. And you put them up on LinkedIn and your Upwork, which tells a potential employer that you know the work that you are promising. This is how they develop credibility, even if they're complete freshers or beginners. And I'm sharing with you a sample assignment for you, on how to audit support calls and make actionable insights. Okay. This is an assignment. Now, this can then be used as a work sample, okay, of what you would have done. Now, I can share multiple sample assignments for you on how to use voice bots to scale support without hiring more agents, right? Imagine having these on your portfolio. Wouldn't this increase your credibility? Yes. I'll share multiple sample assignments for you. Now, this is exactly how practical and hands-on these assignments are. Each assignment actually strengthens your credibility and makes you someone that clients can trust instantly, even if you're a beginner, right? Now, if you're serious about growing your career, now is just the perfect time to block your seat. The EMIs are extremely affordable, and you can earn a lot more than the EMI that you will have to pay very, very easily. Many of our learners, by the way, earn many times more than the EMI amount in just a few months after pursuing the course. And but see, provided you're ready to do the work, and our own team can help you find work. So money should not be a problem. Now, how many of you have the need to start earning immediately? You like all this, but you can't wait 2 months to start earning. Yes. Like you may even have, a concern of how you will pay the EMI. See, we want to help everyone, but we have a soft corner for people uh, who are dealing with something financially. Okay. Now, to help you, here's what we do. So, when you're a student, we say that we will help you find low skill. Okay, listen, everyone. For everyone who's dealing with a tough time financially, and you have a concern of, okay, I'll arrange this 3,000 right now, but I don't know how I'll, pay my EMI. If you have that concern, I'm addressing that right now. Okay, can I address this? Can I tell you how we help you? Can I have your attention? Okay. So when you sign up and when you're a student, after you pay this 3,000 rupees and you get your EMI, we say, okay, you can start getting low skill, no skill work. What is this work? Transcription, translation, subtitling, data entry work. This is work that you can start tomorrow. When I say tomorrow, I mean that this is work for which you don't need to learn additional skill sets. If you can spend 3 to 5 hours on a daily basis, say for a month, okay, you'll be able to earn 10 to 15,000 rupees. That will take care of your EMIs for the next, couple of months. Okay. Now, your EMI for the next 4 months is sorted. So, in these 4 months, you will learn complex skills and do the outreach that we share in the 6 month plan. And that's how you will, in 4 5 months, you will be at, say, a lakh of rupees a month. Okay. We offer this low skill, no skill work not for you to stay stuck here, so that paying your EMI should not be a concern for you. Okay. The idea is never to stay stuck at low skill, no skill work. This is only a ground to stand on. Okay. Now, low skill, no skill work, our team comes and shares opportunities for low skill, no skill work even before your course begins. I'm just going to show you the schedule. I'll show you specific days where in your pre-onboarding and onboarding sessions, our team comes in and share these opportunities. Okay. I just shared this. Give me a second. I'm just sharing this with you. I'm sharing examples of our learners, Chandan and everyone. You want to know about low skill, no skill work? This is exactly what I was sharing. Here are examples of learners who are team assisted in starting to earn so that they could pay their EMIs. Okay, this is Melina. Just give me a second, guys. I need to take care. Sorry, yeah. Now, she started freelancing after enrolling in our course and completed multiple freelancing projects related to video segmentation, subtitling, transcription, and earned more than $1,580. Someone do the math. What is $1,580? How much is $1,580? That is approximately a lakh and 34,000 rupees, right? That's more than the course fee. Now, obviously, this was not instantaneous, right? But just doing this low skill, no skill work, she earned about a lakh and 30,000 rupees. That took care of her course fee completely so that she could earn more. This is Kurtika, right? She did transcription, translation, subtitling work and earned more than $960. Okay. This is Aman. He started and he enrolled in our course and started doing work like blog writing, content writing, article writing on more than $800. Depends on what is the work that you can do. Okay. I am sharing a list of 120 learners who started earning by securing low skill freelance opportunities. All those of you who have a concern about, hey, I'll arrange the 3,000 rupees, but how will I pay my EMI? This is your answer. You don't have to worry about how will you finance the rest of your course. Okay. I know $960 is 86,000 rupees. Okay, got it. That's a message from our team. Got it. Perfect. Now classes start on the 24th of December, and these courses are available for access for the next 5 years. Okay. Everyone, please take a screenshot. We're right now here in the boot camp on 15th, 14th of December. Pre-onboarding sessions are from 17th to 19th December, and you have your onboarding session on the 24th of December. In our onboarding and pre-onboarding sessions, in fact, in our onboarding sessions is when our team shares, uh, low skill, no skill work opportunities. Make sure you are here if you want these opportunities, even before your first concept session. Okay. We're share. Okay, everyone, you can take a screenshot. I'll hold on to this slide for a moment. Okay, those of you who have questions, please ask away. Yes, Ashish, why not? What is the concern about age? Absolutely, you can. Okay, some of you have concerns that Akash and some more of you would have a concern that, hey, you know what, I'm busy right now. Can I start this later? Yes, you absolutely can start this later, but make sure that you take the scholarship today because scholarship may not be available later. So when our team calls you to ask you about the rest of uh, the payment, tell them I want to start at a later time, and they'll put you in another batch. Mama Ikram, just answering your question. I have 4 years of experience in BPO for voice and chat. Learn these courses, but the main problem is so what, Ikram? We have enough and more people, uh, in our own organization who are at the same qualification as you are, and that's absolutely okay. Ikram, it is for the first time that despite your qualification, if you have the skills, you can be formidable. It doesn't make a difference if you don't have a graduate degree. It's absolutely fine. International employers don't care. So please don't hold yourself saying, hey, I am at so and so level, I don't have a degree, and that's why you should hold yourself back. You have no business holding yourself back. Akram, did you get that? Okay, thank you. Got it. Mahendra, this offer will not be available anytime, today, tomorrow, whatever. It will not be available. Make sure you take it. So many of you are saying, hey, I want more time. Seats are flying. I cannot promise you that this will be available later. So make sure you take it while it is there. Now, what happens after you book your seat? Neeraj, one second. Let me answer this for you. You're asking this a second time. Uh, Apart from US client doing accounting operations, will it help me? Absolutely, Neeraj. If you want clients from New Zealand and Australia and US, absolutely can help you. We talk a lot about US because we think that there is concentration there and they pay the best. But sure, if you want clients in Australia and New Zealand, we have enough and more students who have clients from all over. So sure, whatever you want. Okay, Pankaj, I got it. Thank you for being so honest and sharing. But even if you had a career break, that is absolutely fine. I understand completely how difficult it is to justify your career break when you're sitting in an interview because people want to prefer younger people. But that is the exact time when you want to, uh, you know, upskill yourself and be right, updated, like where everyone else is. What better time, Pankaj, than to learn automation, if not now? Yes, Pankaj, I hope that answered your question. Make sure that you take the offer so that you are at par. Akash, I have the privilege of leading boot camps as at Skill Arbitrage. I absolutely love the mission and value that Skill Arbitrage does, and I contribute in by leading boot camps. Sonu, what is your question? We're happy to answer questions right now. Yes, Sumit, absolutely. Non-technical people can get operations jobs from US clients. In fact, we've had so many of our students who are from non-technical backgrounds starting over to learning something completely new. Yes, Gaurav, okay, Gaurav, very good. Let me take you to the refund policy as well. Could you mention that? Okay, perfect. Let me just Uh, take you to. Can someone just tell me where is the refund policy? So Gaurav, I'm just going to take questions for a few minutes. I see a lot of questions. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Uh, okay, Chetan, if your credit score is not great, you can get a co-applicant on the loan. That's absolutely fine. Okay, you can get a loan. We have had a lot of people who've gotten a co-applicant and they've gotten a loan. Chetan, I hope that question is answered. Uh, okay. Pallavi, you can let the person who calls you, let them know that you want to start from mid-Jan. They'll put you through in a different match. Let's see if there are questions. Pankaj, I hope you've taken the plunge and registered. Akash, what do you want? What do you have a question about? Ask us right away. Viplav, this is part of the entire fee. Okay. Okay, we have people, Mukund, I really appreciate you sharing that, you have a concern for your age and you're dealing with a lot of financial difficulties right now. I want you to, for everyone who is dealing with something financially, tell me something. Uh, has something changed in the last 6 months about your financial situation? I'm sure that you've tried to take many different actions, right? We've seen people take this step, invest in themselves, invest in their learning, follow the path that we are asking them to follow. And when they follow this path, they see a turnaround in what's happening with them financially. I have shared multiple success stories with you where people were on a career break, where people were not earning, and they came around and followed the roadmap, got one client, got two clients, and then so many of our students come and say, hey, you know what, I've been saying no to clients because I don't have the kind of time. So definitely, if you're willing to put in the work, you will see your turnaround in your situation. And Mukund, we have trained people up till 75 years of age, so age is not a concern for us. Okay. A lot of you are asking questions about, hey, I'm busy right now. It's the end of the year. I want to start at so and so time. Absolutely, you can. You can start at a later time. That's not a problem at all. Whenever our team calls you, make sure, I just want to take you through what happens when our team calls you. I have taken you through this. But let me just take you through this quickly. So what happens after you book your seat? After you book your seat, you will get a call from, our academic counselors to assist you in the next 48 hours. They'll ask you, how do you want to pay the rest? You can say either lump sum or EMI. If you say EMI, they will connect you with our financing partners. It's really simple. It doesn't take very long. Once your balance payment is made or loan is disbursed, you will receive a welcome email informing you about the next steps and login credentials for using our portals and a personalized welcome call as well. Now, if you're not comfortable using our systems, don't worry. In the welcome session in the week, we will show you a demo of how to use our systems and get maximum value of our services, right? Now, in the meantime, unless the process is complete, we have some pre-onboarding sessions that help you get started with the journey. And for all those of you who want to start securing freelance work, make sure that you are there even before your course starts. These opportunities are shared then. Okay. Now, if the additional bonus courses are not mentioned in your confirmation email, don't worry. When someone calls you, you can tell them and they will be included. Okay. Now, if you can't start studying right now, that's fine. You can always start studying in a later batch if you're very busy, but make sure that you avail the scholarship because this will not be available later. Okay. Okay. Now, are there any other questions that we should address? Uh, okay, got it. Perfect. Can we show you a quick skill and then make you meet someone who's been on this journey? Yes? Okay, cool. Can we show you sentiment analysis and predictive analytics? Would you like to see that?
Mansi, can we wrap up the interaction quickly?
I actually wanted to hold is can Mariam wait? Mariam, I saw you join in.
Yes, yes,
Hey,
Mansi.
so lovely to see you.
Same here, same here.
Okay, Mariam, is it okay if we can take about 10 minutes to show a skill and then I can come back to you? Is that fine?
Okay, sure, sure.
Thank you so much for
Yeah,
your generosity every single time. I
thank you.
really appreciate it.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, great, perfect. So, Amreen, okay, I just want to set up some context for sentiment analysis.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, everyone, I asked you, how many of you have access to uh, data related to customer experience uh, and support tickets? Yes. How many of you work in support and ops and you have access? Could you quickly tell me in chat? You work on an ERP or a CRM and you have tickets that are to be closed in a certain DAT. Yes? And mostly your job is about ensuring that these tickets are closed on time, and that gives you your performance metrics. Yes. Now we're about to show you how you can use AI with this information and data that you're sitting on to contribute to what is called a business development engine and the delivery engine of a business. Okay, so what Amreen is about to show you is how you can use this information. She'll plug this with an AI tool, and she will be able to give you sentiment analysis of this data that you have. Now, please know, just knowing if a customer is happy or sad does not cut it. That does not tell you anything, and that makes no difference. Okay? What can you do when you know that a customer is about to be angry? Is you can take some preemptive action, and if you know customer is really happy, that's opportunity for you to upsell and cross sell at that time, right? That's the intention of doing this. If your analysis does not give additional revenue to a business or save additional costs, that is no good, right? So that's the intention. That's what we're about to show you. Okay, and then we'll make you talk to Mariam, who's been on this journey, who has international clients. So we'll talk to you about that. But this is what we're doing right now. Ambreen, over to you.
Thank you so much, Mansi, for setting the context. Hi, everyone. How are you doing? Before I show you the skill, I just want to know how many of you are handling customer tickets right now, or you have some prior experience in handling customer tickets. Can you give me a me in the chat? Yes. And what do you do if you have tickets? So how do you analyze that? Do you do some kind of analysis? If yes, how? Can you tell me quickly? All right, so I'll tell you what happens is that you receive tickets. Okay, a ticket comes in, you just reply to those tickets. Then, if there's an angry customer, you apologize. If there's a refund, you give the refund and then you move on. Okay, so this is not where businesses are struggling. They are not struggling with replying or not taking calls. Okay, they are struggling with not knowing what is the sentiment behind those repetitive tickets. Okay, and what is about to go wrong next, what kind of tickets they can receive next. All right, so first I'm going to show you, I'll do a sentiment analysis, and that would be to analyze what the customers were actually feeling, and not just what they're saying, not what's the issue of them. Okay, and then I'll also do a predictive analysis. Okay, that will help us to answer what if we do nothing, what is likely to happen next, what kind of tickets we are going to get next, what kind of refunds we can get, what kind of negative reviews can we get. Yes, so are you guys interested in knowing this skill? Let me just share my screen. Yes. So yeah, these are the prompts that I'm going to use, and these are the support tickets that we have extracted for this. This is a past support ticket of July 2025. We got this from Los Ecos, that is a sister vertical of skill arbitrage. Okay, so this is a extensive document. This is of 113 pages. Of course, we cannot sit on this manually and do the analysis, predictive and sentiment. That is going to take a lot of time. So we are going to do smart work here. We are going to work strategically. Okay, and I'm going to use Claude for this. So Claude is an AI tool. Yes, are you guys aware of Claude? And I'm going to use these prompts that I have noted here. Now, this may look like long, extensive prompts, but you can understand the logic behind using this. All right, I will share all the prompts. You don't have to worry for that. You just have to uh, know why I'm using these prompts. What is the use of this? So I'll just copy paste this prompt here, and I'll upload that support ticket that I received. Yes. And in this prompt, I said, just give me a second, it's getting uploaded. Yeah. And in this prompt, I said that you are a customer success analyst. So when you're working with AI, you have to be very clear with the prompts that you're giving. Okay, you don't want to confuse the AI. You have to be very clear. You have to provide some clarity, and you can ask whatever you want in detail, but you have to be very specific and very clear. Okay, so this is the kind of prompt you would need when you're doing sentiment analysis, or when you are working with support tickets. Okay, so this is the prompt that says you're a customer success analyst. Use the available data source. Now, where you are going to get these tickets, you can just ask your client for 1 or 2 months support tickets, and they will share with you, and you will put that in AI, and you will generate this kind of analysis, and you will share with them. Just imagine the kind of reaction they are going to get. Okay, so this says that I have attached a PDF containing support ticket information. Your goal is to segment user and recommend intervention based on risk or opportunity. Okay, you have to segment unhappy or at risk customer. You have to flag the refund risk that we have. You have to flag the negative reviews that we have received, the churn risk, what are the usage strugglers. Okay, then you can also flag the delighted or engaged customers. Okay, loyal customers, upsell ready prospect, all these things. Okay, so let's see, this is generating here. It will take some time to go through all those tickets and give us the analysis. And I also asked it to specific behavioral or sentiment indicators for the data, a short reasoning for such classification. Okay, so let's see, it has already started generating on the basis of the data I provided. It is taking some time. I think I have done this before. Yeah, I'll show you. So this is the, can you guys see this on your screen? This is the same prompt that I fed earlier. Okay, it is going to take some time because it is working through all the tickets, the 113 page tickets that I gave it. Yes, can you guys see this on your screen? So this is the customer sentiment and behavior analysis report that it has given to me after reading through those 113 pages. Okay, so it has flagged out who are the unhappy or at-risk customers. Okay, so we have this Roma Bhatara. She has a churn risk. Okay, so her confidence is high, and the reasoning is that she was very disappointed. The primary issue was that she had course delays, she had frustration with rescheduling. Then we had these other people who have medium to high risk. Okay, then we have medium risk segment also, Alok Singh, Vaishali. What are the reason that they have flagged these concerns? Okay, then we have delighted or engaged customers as well. Okay, what are the segments that we are working great on, and what are the segments that need some improvement? Everything is mentioned in this analysis. You can see there. And what are the action oriented recommendation? It is not just flagging what are the good reviews, what are the negative reviews. It is also giving us actionable items. What are the action items that we should work on right now so that we can avoid these kind of churns? Yes, so this is critical. You see how this has flagged Roma Bhatara as a critical concern, that we have to schedule. It is also giving us recommendation that we have to schedule an executive level call, like someone, some high official has to talk with her to address disappointment. Then these are the critical contact. We have to contact them immediately. Then we have medium priority. You can contact this within a week. Then we have immediate upsell opportunities, okay, where we can work more on. Yes, you guys can see this on your screen, right? Then these are the tasks where we can improve. Okay, we had portal and technical issues where we can work on, so this affects 40% of tickets that were raised. Then we can do communication enhancement. Okay, we can set up some automation. Here you can see these. This is the recommendation that AI is giving us, that you can set up automation progress updates for course delays. Maybe we can add a chatbot, yeah, that I showed you yesterday. Maybe we can add this here. So automations like that it has given. Then I can implement early warning system for scheduling conflicts. Then key behavioral indicators also it has analyzed. So everything it has analyzed and given us in one single place. All right, now this was just the first step. G-Sync, I cannot show the chatbot again. It is an extensive skill. I showed that yesterday, but it's okay. You can learn that inside the course in detail. Okay, now that I know the sentiment of the customer, now I want to do a predictive analysis that what kind of tickets that are going to be received in the next couple of months, and what are the sectors where we can work in, what are the segments that we can work in, what are the people that we can deploy there, who are our very like good performing agents that we can deploy there. All right, so this is the second prompt, that is a predictive analysis prompt. Yeah, this one. So this is the prompt that I gave here. Okay, let me just take you through this prompt. This is you're a support operation analyst. I will attach a data set of historical support ticket. All right, use this data set to perform a predictive analysis focused on identifying patterns. Okay, so we have to identify what are the patterns so that we can reduce the number of tickets, yes, that we can receive in the next couple of months. Okay, the risk, we can identify the patterns, yes, and we can suggest operational improvements to our clients, to the companies we are working with. Yes. All right, so we said that please analyze this data set and respond with the following insight. Give us volume and trend forecasting. What are the recurring ticket themes or issue type? What are the areas that we have received maximum tickets in? Okay, you can ask all these specific questions to AI, and it is going to give you a extensive predictive analysis as well. And not just that, you will also see who are the agent and what is the resolution performance. Okay, how much time they are taking on a particular ticket, what kind of tickets they are better at handling. Yes, so that you can deploy them from the next month or something. So which agents or workflows are associated with faster resolution? Are their agents consistently handling high risk or repeated issue tickets? Then it will also give me operational recommendation. Do you guys think that this kind of extensive prompt is going to help you? Yes. Then I have also said that predictive labels give to me. All right, suggested internal owner. Okay, so you predict what kind of tickets we are going to receive, and on the basis of our past performance, you also deploy the kind of the agents that we already have and who will be better at handling those future tickets. Okay, these are the kind of prompts we have given, and I'll show you the predictive analysis it did for us. Okay, we don't have much time, otherwise I have shown you this one only. You can see support operation predictive analysis report. Okay, you can see the volume and trend forecasting. The batch, we received batch migration requests that had 14 tickets. So that made up almost 40% of the whole tickets we received. Then we have portal and access issues. All these issue type has been flagged here. Then we have predicted volume trends. So daily average is 3.5 tickets per day. That is 35 tickets over 10 days. So maybe we can improve in this kind of area. So just imagine if you go to your client and you tell them all these things in detail. Don't you think they are going to be impressed by you? Okay, and you don't even have to do this work manually. Guys, are you here? Do you think you can do this work? You just need to have the tickets and you put that into into AI, whether it's ChatGPT, whether it's Claude, and you give these prompts. Okay, and then you can also see seasonal and segment patterns. What are the times that maximum tickets have been received? Okay, there are evenings, there are weekends. Then there's risk and escalation prediction. It is also doing that analysis, multiple failed contacts. then Swinky Mehta, multiple unanswered calls. Everything has been recognized by this analysis. Then we have current high risk tickets. Then agent and resolution performance. Let's say your client has 5 or 6 agents who are consistently working on handling tickets. Then it is also flagged which agents are handling how many tickets, their average resolution time, okay, and customer satisfaction, the customer ratings that they receive. Everything has been flagged and reviewed and analyzed here. Yes, you can see Rehan is a top performer. He handled 28 tickets, that is 80% of the tickets, so he's a high performer. An average resolution time is 1.2 days, and customers have given him a very positive rating. And the AI has also given us his speciality, that he can handle batch migration and complex issues. Okay, then we have Anjali, she handled 4 tickets. Then we have others also. All right, so it is also giving us performance insight that Rehan can handle 80% of volume with consistent high satisfaction. All right, then we have customer preference, recommended routing strategy, and then here is the operational recommendation that you can recommend to the clients you're working with, or with the companies you're working with. What are the operational changes, upgrade that you can do for them? Yes. So you can see that batch migration forms current is 15 minute per ticket, that is high, and you can actually automate also, help center content gaps. Then there's proactive prevention strategies. Then we have predictive labels for top tickets. Okay, everything has been flagged and analyzed here. And now just imagine if you give such an extensive and long document to your client, there will be too much to read. Okay, it does look a bit complex. Yes, it will require a lot of time to read and go through this. So we are not just stopping there. We will also create a visual dashboard for them, so that your client can just look at that report, one single report, and they will understand, okay, these are the areas we have to work in. These are the agents who are working well. These are the agents that we need to train. Yes. So we are going to make a dashboard, and that we will share with our clients. Okay, we will say that you are a data analyst and product operations strategist, and on the basis of this data set that you created above of support tickets, create a visual interactive dashboard. Yes, and then it will analyze the data. It will generate a visual dashboard for business leadership, and it will highlight all these components, everything. Now I'll show you what it created for us. So this is the dashboard that it created. Okay, just imagine, instead of sending those extensive long documents with facts and figures and analysis, you send a visually appealing report like this. Won't your clients be impressed by you? Yes? Give me a yes in the chat if you think that you can do this work for your clients too. Yes? So this is the support operation dashboard that AI created for us. Okay, it flagged that 35 total tickets were handled, 1.2 AI, 1.2 average resolution days, 95% customer satisfaction, then ticket volume trend, top issue categories. You see the kind of detailing it has done, everything it has created here, the charts, the pies, everything, 30-day volume forecast, agent performance metrics, high risk customer alert dashboard. Everything is given here. Just imagine working for a client and doing this kind of high valuable work for them. Yes. So do you think you guys need this prompt? Yes. Write a prompt in the chat if you think that you need this prompt, and we will share with you. Okay, lovely. Yes, Mansi, you can continue with the interaction.
Okay, super. Now, how many of you have access to customer support tickets or information like this that you think you've never used like this? Can you use these prompts or something similar to come to conclusions like this, to offer contributions to product or sales teams like that? Yes? Okay, great. Amreen, would you share the prompt?
Yeah, I'll share.
Okay, great, perfect. Okay, now I want to make you meet someone. Mariam,
Yes.
hey.
Hi.
Okay, Mariam, tell us, where are you logging in from?
I'm logging from Sangli, Maharashtra.
Okay, great. So,
My
Mariam, do you want
voice
to
is
give us
clear, right?
absolutely loud and clear?
Okay.
Okay, Mariam, do you want to give us a brief background about your professional experience?
Yes, yes, sure. Actually, before 2018, I never had a career to begin with,
Hmm.
frankly speaking, because I left my studies because I believed I had enough of knowledge and, confidence to navigate the world on
Yeah,
my own. So I
yeah.
just left my studies and I just, managing everything. But
Hmm.
after 2018, as I told you, I'm not highly educated. I
Hmm.
do not have any big degree or something like that.
Hmm.
So I was, I joined I started doing customer support.
Hmm.
So I come from that background and
Hmm.
I worked for like nearly 5 years.
Hmm.
But then I wanted to upgrade myself, and once I came across this boot camp of skill arbitrage.
Hmm.
So I joined that boot camp, and I was, yes, that is a different story. I took too long to think whether I should go or I should not go, and all those things. But
Hmm.
yes, in 2024, Jan, I joined skill arbitrage,
Hmm.
and there was a turning point for me. You
Hmm.
know, I
Hmm.
got I got wings to fly
Hmm.
from you guys. So it is something like 2024 Feb. I got an opportunity to work with international client, and still I'm working with them,
Hmm.
and that is
Okay.
from skill arbitrage.
Got it. So tell us, what is the kind of work that you do now for your clients?
Actually, as a virtual assistant, I have joined him, managing his emails and responding to his inquiries, and
Yeah.
scheduling appointments and organizing and managing files like Google Drive, Dropbox, and all those things,
Yeah.
creating reports and everything.
Hmm.
Nowadays, I'm managing his social media, accounts and like Instagram, Facebook account of his company.
Hmm.
And the best part is I myself do not have these accounts,
Hmm.
but I got the confidence from you guys, from
Hmm.
skill arbitrage that I'm managing his accounts.
So, I want to ask you, how did you get this client?
From skill arbitrage, student success team, they had
Got
called
it.
me and asked about like this kind of work is there. Are you interested in doing that? And I was very happy to say yes. And yeah, from Jan to Feb, I have learned so many things from here. So that
Got
in the
it.
interview, when the client was asking, "Do you know this?" I was yes, yes. Do you know how the CSV files are done? Yes, yes, I know. Do you know this? Yes, yes, I know. So all the things I have already learned from here.
Got it.
So yeah,
And
and yeah.
apart from sharing this opportunity in terms of a job opportunity, is there any other way that skill arbitrage team really helped?
Yes, yes. See, whenever I'm stuck somewhere, I can book a call with my mentor. I
Hmm.
can have one-to-one conversation. I can ask them, if I want help in my job also, if I'm stuck somewhere, if I want to, do the presentations or something, if I'm stuck somewhere, I can
Yeah.
just call my mentor and I
Hmm.
can ask them. I can take their guidance also and I can go ahead. So whenever there is, and not only this opportunity, I also got skill arbitrage, content team also. I was working with, and
Yeah.
there I worked for nearly 1.5 years.
Hmm.
And nowadays again a client, I got a client, and that also was from skill arbitrage.
Hmm.
And now again I'm working with him. After 6 months it was stopped, but after 6 months, after 2 months again, after leaving the job, again they approached me and again I'm started
Oh,
with
lovely. That's
50%
amazing.
hike.
That's amazing. That's so
Yes,
good. That's so
yes,
good.
yes.
So you're saying that these one-on-one calls you made use of, and they help.
Definitely, definitely. It helped me a lot.
Got it. And
Yes,
given that you came from customer support and virtual assistance work is different,
yes.
the earlier work that you did was in India, right?
Yes, also international I have done, but that was, not similar to this. It was something
Right.
different.
Right.
Yeah,
No, I'm asking
yeah,
from the perspective because I do want to, I know I speak to so many of our learners and I'm told that there is a big difference when you work with international clients and you work with, Indian clients.
yes, yes,
And we as Indians think, अरे virtual assistants work में तो क्या ही होगा, ठीक है? A lot of people in India think like that,
yes,
but it is actually very sought after work for international clients. They really respect and value the
yes,
work that a virtual assistant does. And
yes,
also, in my view, I think that even if you can do complex work, right, it is very
yes,
difficult for a client to trust you with complex work in the beginning, right?
yes, yes,
But
yes,
virtual assistants work, they don't have to think too much before giving it to you as long as you can
yes,
promise. But
yes,
when you do virtual assistants work, you realize much bigger and complex problems that they are dealing with. And
exactly,
then you can
exactly,
solve those problems. Like in your
exactly.
case, you know, I'm sure that when you started, you weren't given social media accounts then.
Yes,
It would
yes,
have happened
definitely.
over time, right?
Yes, yes,
And it is only an international client that they didn't care if you didn't have a social media profile, right?
yes,
If this
yes,
was an Indian client will ask you 10,000 questions saying,
yes,
अरे तुम बताओ
definitely.
पहले, हाँ, what have you done? You don't have any experience, you don't have a degree, फलाना
Yes,
ढमकाना, they will say.
yes,
But with an
yes,
international client, you can be very honest and say, I'm new and I
yes.
will figure this out. They
They will give,
appreciate that.
yes, they will give importance to your skills.
Hmm.
How are you upgraded? That is important for them.
Hmm.
And that I have, learned from so many. I've been upgraded from skill arbitrage. So I'm so confident with everything. If they are saying, "Do you know this?" I just say yes.
Hmm.
Whether I don't know. I then study and I get into it.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
say, yes, I know it. I never
Yeah.
say I don't know how to do and all those things.
Yeah. Got it.
Yes.
Perfect. So,
And also, let me share one thing. Now that client is offering me a role of manager
hmm,
and he wants me to be into full time.
yeah.
And yes, I have also promised him just give me 2 3 months and I'll join you with that. So he's
Yeah.
going to, promoted me to as a manager after 2 3 months.
That's very good that you said that. So, everyone, I just want you to know one thing. When you start working with an international client, it may start with a project, okay? Or it may start with something specific that you're doing with them. It may start with something like virtual assistant. And then when they know that you can deliver, when they get
Yes,
comfortable with you, when they start trusting you, and when they realize that you can take more responsibility, or you have this attitude like, Mariam has it, even if she doesn't know, she will figure it out, right? And she will
yes,
get work done. When they see this, then they fear that you will go and work for someone else. So they'll say, Acha,
definitely.
you come and work with me only. Right. So then
Yes,
that's why that offer about let me work with you. So this is how a project transitions to a full-time job,
yes,
everyone. And
yes,
this is how and I'm sure when that conversation of manager comes up, obviously it comes with an upgraded salary. It comes with, better
yes,
better
yes,
pay.
yes, yes.
Also, another thing, Mariam, how many hours do you work for with this client?
3 hours.
Bus.
Bus.
Are
For 3 hours, I work for
हाँ.
him, and he's like, I can work with my own at my own convenience.
Acha, so
No,
it's not even like this 3 hours. It can be
yes,
any 3 hours.
any 3 hours. But he just wanted me to get that work done.
Of
So
course.
I just, go extra mileage. Like, I just want everything to be perfect with him.
Perfect. That's
And that is
amazing.
the thing. That is the thing that he's offering me full time.
Hmm.
And yeah, as a manager, also he's launching some brand, so he want me to assist there also.
Got it. So
Yes.
for this particular assignment that you currently have, what does money look like?
See, for here, for in the
For
beginning
now.
they had.
For now.
For now, it is 50 60,000 I'm earning.
Everybody, I want you to listen up. 3 hours of any 3 hours of the day, okay?
Yes.
And it is already at and we want you to grow, Mariam. We're so thrilled that for
Thank you.
someone who starts saying, I was not so well educated. But
Yes,
for be making that kind of money from a place like Sangli,
yes,
this is not Mumbai we're talking about. This is not Pune we're
yes,
talking
yes.
about. We're talking about Sangli.
Sangli, and it's a very big thing for me. It's a very big thing for me in Sangli, like reaching
I know,
US.
I'm sure it shows on your face every time you talk. And I can
Yes,
only imagine that when this will grow to a full-time role,
yeah,
right? The
yes,
money is
yes,
only going to grow.
yes,
And
yes.
this is someone, for all those of you, there's so many people in the chat. You may not come from the exact same background that Mariam does, right? You may have a different background. Some of you, may be coming from a career break. Some of you may have lesser experience than Mariam does. Some of you may have more experience than Mariam does. I hope you can picture yourself in looking at Mariam's journey. Okay. Mariam, what would you say to people who are on the fence? There are a lot of people here who are, I am so and so age. I am so and so qualification. Can
No,
I
no,
do
no,
this? Is this
no,
doable?
no.
What would you say?
Yes, yes, yes. And if you join skill arbitrage, you can do anything and everything. You know? Yes, yes. Because a career gap doesn't define your worth or potential, according to me.
Yeah.
I'm so confident about this. When I joined skill arbitrage, I was like, same thing came to my mind. I also took nearly 9 months,
Hmm.
to join. But
Hmm.
we say na, der aaye durust aaye, that happened with me.
Absolutely.
But
Perfect.
I'm repenting. I'm repenting why I was so late, like, enrolling in this course. And
Yeah.
I'm also thinking now again to upgrade myself, I will have to, अब यहाँ पर manager वाला आ रहा है, तो I want, to learn something again,
Yeah.
new things. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm going to leave skill arbitrage at any age. I'm going to keep learning and keep earning also.
Yeah. Yeah, because if
Yeah.
if if learning and if upgrading yourself opens
Yeah.
doorways to to better earning, then why should you leave at all? Why should you leave that journey of learning? You should never leave that done. That this is what is called evolving with
Definitely.
times.
Yes.
Perfect, Mariam. It's so lovely to
Thank you.
speak to you every single time. Thank you so
Thank you.
much
Thank you.
for
I'm
coming
also
into.
very happy and thrilled whenever I come on this platform.
Yeah. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for coming and
Thank you so
joining us
much.
at this hour. Okay,
Thank you. Thank
great.
you.
Everyone, what did you think? How was that interaction with Mariam? Isn't that just so inspiring? Yes. Okay, great. Lovely. Okay. Now I have a bunch of, I know, guys, it's over 9 o'clock. Um, but tomorrow I want to set you up for tomorrow. And I don't know how many seats we have left. We had only 46 seats that were open. I don't know how many seats we have left because we keep getting confirmations and it takes a while for us to reconcile. But if the payment page is going through, then there are a few seats left. So make sure that you go and take the offer while it is there. It will not be there later, right? So please take it. It could not be more generous. If you see the number of bonus courses that we've added, we want to, we wanted to give you as much so that you're fully, you have all the information that you need. Whether it is if you want to start as a virtual assistant or grow to an agency, we've kind of, given you our assistance everywhere possible, right? Now, I just want to set you up about the agenda that we have tomorrow. Everyone, what time do we meet tomorrow? Tell me, what time? Antara, can you just tell me the slide for the agenda tomorrow? Yes. Okay, let's see. So, just a second. Okay, everyone, we are here. No, not Raj Tripathi ji. We are here tomorrow from 7 to 10, not from 6 to 9. Okay, we know it's a Monday. That's why we kept it from 7 to 10 so that you kind of can attend after work. Antara, can I just have the agenda for tomorrow? So tomorrow we have skills after skills after skills. Okay. And tomorrow we're going to talk to you about what we did with Vati. Okay, that's one of the agendas tomorrow. Yesterday, I spoke to you about, a WhatsApp business API. How many of you use WhatsApp business API currently to interact with your customers? Do you? Yes? No? Maybe? Okay, so many of you don't, right? Do you know those automated messages that you get from any service provider? When I went for a movie, so you got tickets from Book My Show on WhatsApp, right? Or when you book tickets from airline from an airline or Make My Trip or whatever, you get automated confirmations on WhatsApp. Yes. Now, when a brand or business uses WhatsApp to reach out to their customers at a huge volume, that is via a WhatsApp business API. Like you must be receiving communications from Skill Arbitrage also, right? We send you messages about setting you up about the session. Yes. So there are multiple tools and softwares in the market which allow to use WhatsApp API. We use Vati. We actually got a huge acknowledgement from Vati's CEO for something that we used Vati for, which they did not even expect. Tomorrow, we will show you how we did that. Okay. So tomorrow we're going to have, someone very, very senior from our marketing team come and show you what we did with Vati and how you can build those flows. Would you be interested? Yes. Do you have, and I want you to think about tomorrow when you come, how can you use these automations, these voice agents, these tools in your current jobs? Yes. Or in your current profiles or for businesses that you know. So that is one of the things tomorrow that we're going to do. Antara, are we going to have the agenda? Are you giving me the agenda or are we going to send it?
Yeah, we gave you the slide number. Miss Khan gave you the
1029.
slide number.
Okay,
1029.
sorry guys, I missed it. Then if you gave it to me, my apologies. Okay, so here's what we're going to do tomorrow. I'm just going to share my screen and share this with you. So tomorrow, apart from Vati, this is what we're going to do. And we're going to teach you how to train customer support representatives for customer success, for upselling, cross-selling, referrals. We've already done product hunt. Tomorrow we're going to show you a bunch of other strategies. So tomorrow we'll show you, you remember I gave you a list of directories today? Yes. Tomorrow we'll show you how to reach out to businesses via those directories and using other platforms like Apollo.io. So we'll show you these two. And if we have time, we'll also show you how to reach out to businesses listed on Shopify. Okay. Yes, which is the next thing. We'll show you how to network with Shopify store owners. How do you calculate CSAT and NPS and create personalized customer satisfaction index? And when these metrics start getting gamed, what do you do then? Then how to build a product or process training for new hires to hit the ground running faster. How do you audit performance of customer service reps? So we will show you how we've done that internally. How to use Zoho Desk. Sentiment analysis we already showed you today. Now, this is what we'll do tomorrow. So tomorrow there is a lot of skill that we're doing. And we have a power-packed session tomorrow. Also, everybody, if you were here today and if you were here the last 2 days and now you're thinking, Are, this will be beneficial for so-and-so person in my life, make sure that you share the opportunity with them. They can join in the session tomorrow as well. Okay? Okay, now I want to take you, anything else, Antara, we need to cover that I've forgotten? Feedback links. Okay, everyone. Can we have the feedback links in chat? Remember, I took you to a feedback link page on LinkedIn and Twitter yesterday. Today, make sure that you drop in your feedback for today's session on that page. Okay, I'm going to take you through to LinkedIn and show you that. Just a second. Where is chat? Okay, here's the LinkedIn link, everybody. Oh, okay. Okay, what's happening to my chat? Yeah. So this is the LinkedIn link. Make sure you drop your comment on the link about how the session was for you. There is a similar link for Twitter. Make sure you do that. Now, in case you need to reach out to us, after the boot camp, go to our website and you will be able to see, these two numbers, okay, on the right-hand side panel. I can just zoom in this for you. Now, you can reach out to these numbers, but know that these numbers, people on these numbers will not be able to counsel you about the offer. Okay. So if you have something specific to ask around, the scholarship, some questions that you have, please ask them right now in chat. We'll be able to take questions. But if you are, they will at the max be able to confirm the status of your confirmation, right? And if you don't get a confirmation, then what you do is you save your message of deduction. That is your confirmation. Okay. Okay, great. Perfect, everyone. For those of you who are still on the fence, make sure you take the offer. If you're clear, this is for you. And I'm very excited about what you're going to create. For everyone who took the offer, congratulations. Welcome on board. I am thrilled for your learning journey and very excited to see you tomorrow. Okay? Okay, perfect, everyone. Good night. Thank you very much for your listening. I shall see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Have a wonderful, wonderful Monday.